What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. And today it's match day, early kickoff in England, and it is Arsenal against Brighton from the Emirates Stadium. Actually, seems like we've been up all night, to be honest. It kind of feels like I haven't slept that much, and we're back again after doing the streams last night. It was an eventful night. We're going to talk about it in more detail. Obviously, we've got just under an hour until kickoff. So we will be discussing, obviously, the transfer window and so on and so forth. Big up to everyone. Hope you have a good weekend. And let's hope Arsenal get this off with a good weekend. I've calmed down today. It's match day. The window's closed. Nothing can change. I had a little bit of a moan and a bit of a rant last night about the window, and we weren't far off, but I felt we needed more. And I felt with one or two more signings, I could be sitting here today saying I think we're going to win the Premier League. That's what was so frustrating about the window. But we did get some business done, and we will talk about it further. Like I said, big up to everyone locked in. It's Arsenal against Brighton today. The Danny Welbeck derby. And this is not an easy game, by the way. This is not an easy game at all. When you think about what Brighton have done over the past few years, this will be a difficult game. Let's get into the Arsenal team. A lot of you are talking about the Arsenal bench, and you have got a right to talk about the Arsenal bench. And this is what frustrates me about the transfer window finishing. And I know we've got some players missing that will improve that bench, but let's talk about the Arsenal team anyway. David Raya is in goal. Ben White at right back. Urian Timber continues at left back. That is good news. He was brilliant last week. Gabriel and Saliba, the two centre backs. Thomas Partey, Declan Rice, and Martin Odegaard is the midfield, with Saka, Havertz, and Leandro Trossard comes in for Martinelli. Martinelli, I thought against Wolves he was okay. Against Aston Villa he was poor. I did wonder whether Arteta would stick with him and maybe think, you know what, I don't want to damage his confidence. But Trossard coming off the bench, scoring the winning goal. It's his former club today. His motivation will be very high for this game. And he has brought him back in for Martinelli. And let's keep it a buck, Martinelli has not been playing good enough. So at the same time, yeah, sometimes you can keep a player in and try and get his confidence back. Sometimes you've just got to say, bro, that performance level is not high enough and you need to be dropped. And that's the reality of the situation. Master of Disaster said Osimhen has been excluded from Napoli's squad and the number 9 has been taken away from him and given to Lukaku. Messy situation occurring there. Martinelli needed to be on the bench today for his own good. Let's talk about the Arsenal bench. A lot of you are not happy with it. Setford, Kivior, Calafiori, Zinchenko, Jorginho, Ethan Nwaneri, Lewis Skelly, Martinelli, and Salah Adine. I mean, again, I always say, if we're in a tricky situation, who can you turn to there to get you a goal or get you a couple of goals and win you the game? Really, you're looking at Martinelli and maybe Ethan Nwaneri if you want to roll the dice. The bench is weak. Listen, we've got players missing that will help to improve that bench, or those players even could go into the starting 11, and then obviously some of these first team players could go down to the bench. So listen, we are short. We are missing 2 or 3. And the bench would look a little bit stronger, of course, but that is a concerning bench. I think the biggest concern is that Brighton's bench might be stronger than our bench. If I'm looking at the attack, or some of them, I mean, they've got a Dinger on the bench, they've got Enciso on the bench, they've got Rutter, who they just bought for 40 million, they've got Estupinian on the bench, they've got Lamptey on the bench. But listen, we are missing some key players. I mean, just to put it into context, no Tomiyasu, no Gabriel Jesus, no Raheem Sterling, no Neto, no Mikel Merino. There are notable absentees there, to be honest. But you are going to have injuries throughout the season. I'm really surprised Estupinian and players like Lamptey and Adingra are on the bench. Um, but yeah, the bench today, we definitely need the starting 11 to produce because we don't have many suitable options off the bench today. That is for sure. Very interesting as well. Been absolutely no mention of Kieran Tierney. Where is Kieran Tierney? What is happening with Kieran Tierney? I mean, I didn't hear any links to him leaving in the whole transfer window. He's injured. I heard yesterday that maybe the injury is worse than they thought, which is obviously why maybe no club has taken him. I thought he might have gone to Celtic on loan. They've been heavily linked with him. So, but what happens with Tierney when he comes back until January? You know, I don't understand. Maybe he joins a club in a different country. While their window is still open. Tomiyasu is still injured. Tierney's still injured. So you can add Tomiyasu, Neto, Gabriel Jesus, Raheem Sterling, Mikel Merino, 5 notable absentees. That bench would look a lot different. Nearney. Cookie Bones, you're calling him. Anyway, let's go to the headline news. And big up to everyone locked in. Appreciate the super chat, White Glove. Soon time to try Zinni, left 8 and put Rice at 6. We'll see. He just never seems to want to play him in midfield. Let's get into the headline news. When I actually came off stream yesterday, although it was here we go, it wasn't confirmed. And obviously it was confirmed last night. I was up, I saw the news. But this is a reality. I mean, it almost looks like Photoshop. And to be honest, I really like the announcement video. If you haven't seen the announcement video, go and watch it. It goes along the lines of people like to talk. And he talks about, you know, having a point to prove and stuff like that. But waking up to see Raheem Sterling is an Arsenal player. I mean, it's crazy. It really does look like AI. It's crazy that the best announcement video of the summer of any of our signings was a lone player, which is crazy. And listen, I think no matter what anybody thinks about Sterling, it's a massive name. This is a massive name. You're talking about a multiple Premier League, FA Cup, League Cup winner. England's best player at the Euros, the one that was in England. Like, this ain't no small player. This is a guy with, I would say, with Jorginho, the biggest CV at the football club. There's no more successful player than him and Jorginho at the football club. Now, I get it. A lot of Arsenal fans are not happy. They're saying this is more Chelsea leftovers, and we're not happy with it. But he's still box office. Whether you rate him or not, you're going to watch him. You're interested. We're all intrigued to see what happens with him. Is this the Chelsea Sterling that looks like he's past his best? Or can we get something close to the Manchester City one? I'm intrigued. I personally, and I said this last night, and some people agreed, some people didn't. I actually think it's a bit of a no-brainer for Arsenal to do this deal on deadline day if it's there and it's available. We need a winger. We need somebody that can cover for Saka. It's a loan. We're paying £100,000 of the £325,000 a week wages. Apparently, we've paid nothing in terms of a loan fee. It's a no-brainer. Listen, I get the fan base. I've seen videos. I saw Turkish saying, you know, we should have signed Nico Williams. And of course, I understand and I agree with that. I think the reality is, people, Nico Williams was not coming to the Premier League this summer. He's biding his time to try and go to Barcelona. So I agree with people. There's other players that I would have liked to have seen more. But on deadline day, with time running out, getting Raheem Sterling on loan with his experience, with his CV, with his versatility, with the structure of the deal, it made sense. If it doesn't work, we send him back to Chelsea. There's no obligation. If it does work, then it's a masterstroke. Now, my disappointment, of course, is that we didn't buy a striker. And I said this last night, people. I'm not going to sit here and start singing and dancing. This deal doesn't necessarily make me think, oh, okay, we win the league. If we'd have bought a striker yesterday, like an Ivan Toney who went for 40 million, like Gyökeres or Osimhen, I might be sitting here today going, you know what? I think we've got a massive chance. But in isolation, and again, not everybody will agree, I think Sterling is a smart buy. Would I rather Raheem Sterling was coming on or Reece Nelson? And I'll be honest, people won't all agree with this. Sterling might end up starting left wing for Arsenal. Because let's talk facts, people. Let's talk facts. Gabriel Martinelli is in very poor form at the moment. And he didn't have a good season last year, by the way. Right? And we always have to look at why did Arteta want to buy Mudryk for 70, 80 million if he felt Martinelli was the answer. Martinelli had an injury-hit season last year and he's not in good form. And I know the fan base love Trossard, and I love Trossard. The celebration's great. He's super clutch. He's technically fantastic. Trossard has not established himself in Arsenal's starting 11 over a long period of time. He starts on the bench, he comes on, he does something great, he then gets in the team, and after 2 or 3 games, he starts to disappear. And it's the reality of the situation. I call him Stella R. Trossard sometimes because he looks like he's had 4 cans of Stella. He disappears. Raheem Sterling will be coming to Arsenal thinking, give me a few weeks to get fit, I'll be starting left wing. I'm telling you now, people. And listen, there are people in the chat who are saying, you know, Trossard's better than him. And I get it. Trossard technically is a fantastic player. He hasn't done it over a sustained period of time in an Arsenal shirt whilst being in the starting 11. That's the reality. There is an opening for Sterling to get into this Arsenal team on the left wing if he can perform. If he doesn't perform, he'll be a squad player. We'll use him for impact. It's as simple as that. Sterling hasn't been great at Chelsea. He hasn't. There have been a lot of players who have been at Chelsea and have struggled big time. Good attacking players have gone to Chelsea and suffered. That football club is a mess. Apart from Cole Palmer, what attacking player has thrived at Chelsea in the last few years? They've stunk out the place. They're finishing 8th. So, I know, listen, there's some people in the chat. You're capping, it's Sterling, you like him. I'm not sitting here saying Sterling's a world beater. I'm not saying he's the same player he was at Manchester City. I'm not saying he gets us over the finish line. Yeah, I am a fan of Raheem Sterling, of what he's been in the past. This deal is 50-50. He could come here, not have the hunger and be Willian, and we're fuming. But if he comes here, he's got a point to prove, and he enjoys our style of football, and he can give us something, it's a smart signing as a squad player, in my opinion. Nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. You heard my feelings last night at 11:01 p.m. The Cronkies have got a lot to answer for, in my opinion. You left us short. You didn't buy a striker. Why did you not buy a striker? We desperately needed one. Where was the planning? How come you got to a situation where you knew we needed a winger and you got Sterling on deadline day because Chelsea were throwing him out the door? Where was the long-term planning? Where's the 180-page dossier? Some of you in the comments are thinking, I can't believe he's talking like this about Sterling. I thought he'd be fuming. Listen, the reality is the window's closed. And I don't think Arsenal would have signed anybody if Raheem Sterling wasn't offered to them yesterday. So I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I'm delighted that we got Sterling. I'm saying it's genuinely better than us not making a signing. And that's the reality of the situation. I said yesterday, if we'd signed Osimhen or if we'd signed Gyökeres and got Sterling, we would have said, that's a fantastic final day. We got the rotation winger and we got the striker. We're frustrated with Sterling because we didn't get the striker. So it was the headline. It was supposed to be the side dish. We are where we are. I made my point yesterday at 11:01 p.m, people. I said what I felt. I don't think the football club showed enough ambition in this window to win the title. They should have gone big this window. And if you didn't see it, go back yesterday. The third stream, look from 11:01 p.m. I told you my honest feelings. The window's closed. It's match day. We've won 2 out of 2. We can continue having that conversation about the Cronkays, and my opinion doesn't change on them. I don't believe they're the suitable owners for Arsenal to win the Premier League. I just don't. I have no idea why Arsenal have not signed a striker. Ivan Toney signed for £40 million to Saudi. Why did we not buy him? Why did we not buy him? I don't understand it. Osimhen's been dumped by Napoli and he's half price. Why did we not buy him? Why did we not buy Gyökeres? Those are the questions. We are where we are now until January. We have no cover really for Odegaard apart from Nwaneri, who really trust him. And we have no real goal scorer through the middle. So he's rolled the dice on Havertz. You guys know my opinion on Havertz. You know my opinion on the transfer window. But we are where we are. We are where we are. We've rolled the dice. We've said the club have said we don't need a striker. The manager clearly believes that we can win the title with Kai Havertz up front. So you know what? Let's see if it works. And if it doesn't, I'll come back to what I've said. I've always said, people, winning fixes everything in football. Win today, we're top. 3 wins out of 3. Happy days. We keep it moving. International break, then it's Tottenham. Sterling will be back. Jesus will be back. Neto will be back. I don't know about Tomiyasu. So we can't... The reason I'm not ranting and raving today is because nothing can change now. We're stuck with it. And I've said all summer, I'm not going to be going crazy about Arsenal because what's the point? What's the point me ranting and raving? There's just no point. I'm more interested now in getting 3 points today. Get the injured players back, and we'll find out after the international break how good we are. We go to Tottenham, we go to Man City. Havertz, go and score 20 goals. That's what we need from him. That's what we need from him. So, listen, I don't want people to think I've seen people in the comments, PR, and you're capping. Listen, I'll be honest, I've always liked Raheem Sterling as a player. I've met him a few times, so maybe there is an element of bias in there. And I like the announcement video, to be honest as well. So it is what it is. But we'll see. I don't think he'll support any support. I don't think he'll start for Arsenal anyway. Certainly not at the start, but he might afterwards. Interesting. Daily Mirror put out a story today. Raheem Sterling turned down £650,000 a week from Saudi Arabia to join Arsenal. And listen, he said and done all the right things yesterday. If you look at the quotes that he's put out, he's very much saying things that the Arsenal fan base are going to like to hear. Everything he's saying, he's at the game today. Apparently he's going to be announced today, or they're going to maybe walk him on the pitch at halftime or before the game. His quotes about Arsenal and how big a football club they are. And, he was saying, I can't wait to play on the ground. The pitch is a carpet. I've got a point to prove. I think Arsenal fans just want to get one over on Chelsea and say, you know what? Chelsea have stung us so many times. How good would it be if one of these signings actually came to Arsenal and did well, and we could turn around and say, look, you had him in the recycling bin. We've actually produced something out of him. I think he's got a point to prove. He's been disrespected by Chelsea. They've dashed him out of there like he's nothing. And hopefully he's got that hunger and determination to prove a point. Just by the way, he's been given the number 10 shirt, which is interesting. A lot of people online are retweeting this picture. It's all part of the PR, but I like the picture. Sterling looking at Rocky Rocastle. Apparently he was at the ground till late last night with Edu tying up the deal. And he's wearing the 10. Obviously it was 10 or 14. I said yesterday, some people say it's only a number. I didn't want Sterling to wear the 14 shirt. Leave that vacant for the time being. He's taken the number 10 shirt. So Sterling 10 will be his number. Let me read some of your comments. Positive and negative, people. I'm not hiding. Sam said, Curtis, glad you're calm about the situation. Refreshing. Let's just get on with it. Let's get on with it, people. That's where I'm at. I've had a good summer, good holidays, good tour. I was frustrated yesterday. I really wanted the striker to come through the door. And let's get on with it. At the end of the day, the manager's rolled the dice with the club. Now the proof has to be there. Go and beat Tottenham. Go and beat Brighton. Go and beat Man City if you can. Sean said Sterling signing can be good for you. Just shocked you signed another player from Chelsea. Even on loan, just solved a problem for them. Yeah, I mean, they signed Sancho. And obviously signing Sterling enabled them to do that. I am glad they didn't get Victor Osimhen, though. SJ Cooper said, morning, Curtis. Well done on your content. You are spot on. This transfer window was terrible. The owners need to be looked at and held to account. Big up to you and Cruz. Big up, bro. Let's see what else. Legit questions. Sterling or Sancho, who would you rather sign? Do you know what? Honestly, right. And again, whatever I say here, you're going to say I'm capping because we've signed Sterling. Of course, Jadon Sancho feels like he's climbing the mountain in his career. So you would still like to believe, because Sancho's 24, the best of his career is ahead of him. Where Sterling is probably slowly on the decline. I've still got this thing that... What has Jadon Sancho ever done in the Premier League for me to say Jadon Sancho over Raheem Sterling? Jadon Sancho has done nothing in the Premier League. Absolutely nothing. And sometimes we think that a player, well, listen, when he gets to 25, 26, he's going to get to his best. I'm not sure Jadon Sancho will ever be a better player than the Jadon Sancho we saw in Dortmund 3 years ago before Man United signed him. I think that was the pinnacle of Jadon Sancho's career. Now, Sancho might get back to that level, but I haven't seen enough of Jadon Sancho in the Premier League to believe he's ever going to reach that level in this country. And I'm not sure whether Chelsea is the club where he reaches that level. So for me, you might say I'm capping. You might say I'm just saying it because I'm a fan of him and he's signed for Arsenal. I would rather take Raheem Sterling than Jadon Sancho. I really would. And it's a loan deal anyway, so... Would I want to sign Jadon Sancho and give him 200-300 grand a week for 4 or 5 years? I haven't seen enough. He was dreadful at Man United. Sancho has not reached the level of Sterling in this country. Until I see that, I'm not prepared to say that Sancho is better than Sterling because he's not. And Sterling is more of a goal-scoring winger, I think, in the Premier League. Sancho is more of a link-up winger. I would rather have Raheem Sterling than Sancho, and I'm honestly not capping. Long-term, yeah, Sancho is 24, Sterling's 29. So long-term, Sterling's definitely going to decline. What has Jadon Sancho done in the Premier League? Absolutely nothing. So, listen, let's keep it a buck. Sancho can't even get in the England team, and has never got in the England team. I've seen Sterling go to the Euros with England and be top scorer and be their best player. So, I'm sorry, people. Until Sancho does something in the Premier League, I'm taking Raheem Sterling all day long. And he's our player, so I will protect him for 12 months. It's interesting. The deal has no option or obligation to buy, although it's believed there's a gentleman's agreement that Arsenal can buy him at the end of the window. Jorge said it's like signing Perez. No, calm down with that one. That one, listen, Jorge, big up yourself. I'm not going to go as far as that. Bobby Perez, one of the best wingers that's ever played for the football club, along with Alexis Sanchez. I don't think Raheem's reaching that level. But I like your enthusiasm, but calm down. It's very early. I'm drinking a hot chocolate. It ain't Bobby Perez, but yeah, I do, CV-wise, I mean. Okay, fair enough. See, yeah, you rescued yourself by saying CV-wise. Although Perez did win the World Cup. Beckley said, what do you rate the window out of 10? I mean, Calafiori hasn't kicked a ball. Marino's done his shoulder. Raya was already agreed. Raheem Sterling on loan on the last day of the window. Some of you won't like this. I'd give it 5 out of 10. I give it a 5 out of 10. If Sterling comes in, rips up the place, Marino gets fit, and our midfield's an absolute joke, and Havertz somehow's banging goals in week after week, and we didn't need a striker, I'll probably come back to you and upgrade it. But for now, the number one priority for me was get a striker. You didn't get one. Yeah. There's no cover for Martin Odegaard either. You know, for me, we should have signed a Eze or someone. So I'm at 5. What do you got? Am I being overly critical at 5? What do you guys think? Yo, 5 is good considering we shipped some debt. And yeah, you have to look at the fact that we sold Eddie and Nketiah for 30 million. And we sold... Wow, Shaw says 2. Brad says 3. Do you know what? Me saying 5, I thought you guys were going to go crazy at me. You lot are going lower than what I said. 4. I can't believe it. I said 5 and I was like, they're really going to go for me here with this 5. Poor window, probably a 4. 5 is generous. Jeez. Yo, community is not happy and I thought I was being overly critical. Jesus. 4. You lot mainly are saying 4. Gary said 6 if we bought Tony would have been an 8. Oh, no, you didn't say it would have been so much better. Sorry. Latte says 4. Aaron says 7. Tammy says 7. AFC always says 1s and 8 says 4. Jeez. Do you know what? When I said 5 then, I thought they're really going to go crazy at me here. But you lot are going even lower than what I said. I'm having to think twice now. I went 5 because I thought we sold some players for decent money. 34 for Smith Rowe, 30 for Eddie. Got rid of players that needed to go, some of them. I think Fulham's a good loan move for Nelson. A lot of you going even lower. Community don't lie. Listen, when the community talks, I listen, people. I respect you lot. I really do, so I appreciate your input. Jeez, maybe I've gone a bit high on 5. Jordan said, spent 100 million last season for Rice, almost 70 million pounds this window. Spent about 100 million pounds the window before, with not much sales, and fans expect big signings of 100%. 100%, bro. And I tell you why, Jordan. First of all, we're one of the biggest clubs in world football. We're one of the biggest clubs. Did Chelsea spend in this window? Did Man United spend in this window? Absolutely they did, right? Over the years, how many summer transfer windows have you sat there and gone, Arsenal didn't spend enough. Arsenal didn't do enough. Arsenal didn't get Luis Suarez. Arsenal didn't get Gonzalo Higuain and all the multiple big names we've been linked with over the years. So because Arsenal spent 200 million last summer does not mean that Arsenal should then not be spending the following summer. What you have to do is not pay Aubameyang millions of pounds to leave Socrates, Ozil, Aaron Ramsey, Mustafi, Kolasinac, all these players where we allowed contracts to run down. Some of them had a year left. We paid them millions of pounds to leave, you know, and not getting suitable prices for some of the players that we've sold. If we'd have done that properly over the last 2 or 3 years, we would not have had a transfer window where we've spent less than 100 million. We would have said, listen, we finished second, we're 2 points behind Man City. We're doing 150, 200 million again. So I do applaud them that this summer they've sold a lot better. But in previous windows, they have not sold well enough. And I believe that's why we haven't spent enough money this summer. So actually, I think they've got to look at themselves as to why we haven't spent so much money this summer. I think the previous years have come back to bite us this year. And they've said, look, bro, you can't spend big money unless you're going to sell multiple players for big money. So I think it's wrong to say that fans are wrong for expecting another big transfer window because other clubs have done it for multiple years. Taron said, what happens to the 170 odd million TV rights money? I mean, I'm not sure. They said we made an extra 100 million. Good point there. We have mismanaged money over the years. 100%, bro. Alexis Sanchez, the best winger that's played for Arsenal since Robert Pires. We could have sold him to Man City for 60 million on deadline day. We swapped him for Mkhitaryan and then released Mkhitaryan. So we ended up getting nothing for one of the best players we've seen at Arsenal in the last 10 years. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is the best striker we've had since Robert Pires. We paid him to leave. Paid him. And then Chelsea sold him 6 months later for 12 million. I mean, come on, what are we doing here? Aaron Ramsey left for nothing. He was a 30-40 million pound midfielder at the time that we have completely mismanaged over the past few years. Yeah, they do get a bit of a pat on the back this summer, getting 30 for Eddie, 34 for Smith Rowe, 30 or 25, whatever it is for Ramsdale, but come on. We wasted hundreds, Aubameyang and Ramsey and Sanchez, that's over £100 million in player sales. We turned down 60 for Sanchez on deadline day. We should have got 40 for Ramsey at that time. That's 100 million. And we should have picked up maybe a cheeky 10, 15 for Oba. We also paid Mesut Ozil to leave. So 100%. We should have been able to spend big this summer. Let me get in some of your super chats, people. Then we'll look ahead to the game. Let me see. Gunnar Paul said, Big C, absolutely love the channel and your streams. Really appreciate it, Paul. He said, I don't feel we have closed the gap on City. With the Gundogan signing, they have filled that hole. That's the problem. I suppose the ultimate question, and you made a great point there, have Arsenal had a better transfer window than Manchester City? They've signed one of the best, most exciting young wingers in Europe, in Savio or Savinho. And they've signed Gundogan, who is so good he's come back to replace himself. The one thing I think they've left themselves short is obviously striker. If Haaland was to get injured, they have no Alvarez. So I don't wish injury on any player, but a Haaland injury wouldn't be, we wouldn't be unhappy about that. Calafiori at the moment, I don't think he gets in the Arsenal team. I think Timber's a fantastic left back. Personally, I want him at left back. And Gabriel and Saliba is rock solid. So Calafiori long term could be top quality. Marino's injured, so we're not seeing him for the next month to 2 months. And Raheem Sterling, really. So we haven't significantly improved the starting 11 at this moment. Thoughts on the Osimhen situation? It's weird, isn't it? Because you would think if Napoli haven't sold him, they would reintegrate him and use him and Lukaku, and maybe you get rid of him in January. But apparently, according to reports, they've taken the number 9 shirt off him, given it to Lukaku, and they've left him out of the squad. I think Antonio Conte was questioning his commitment. You know, Conte's a strict guy, man. They're not going to have it. Super Mick next season FC is a new member. Big up yourself. Welcome to Super Mick. Brian, Brooklyn in the building, New York in the building. He says, big up Curtis. Love your coverage yesterday. We have a huge match to focus on. Need 3 points today. 2-0 Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. As I've said, I said a lot of things last night about the window, about the owners, about my frustration at us not buying a striker, about my frustration about Odegaard and the lack of cover for him. But it is match day. If we win, we're top of the league. Winning fixes everything. And ultimately, whatever we think about the window and the ownership, we do have to get behind the team. It's not their fault. It isn't their fault at the end of the day. And we've got 3 huge games coming up, because this is a huge game today. If you notice, I've been very different this summer. I've tried to calm down, because you get to a point where you're like, I do this every summer. I go mad throughout the season, and then I get to the summer and I'm still going mad about transfers. It got to a point where I'm just like, when do Arsenal ever have a transfer window that I'm truly happy with? So you know what? I'm not going to expect much. I'm not going to go too crazy about it. I will still continue to give you my true feelings about it as I did last night. And I'm just going to get on with it. Because ultimately, I'll just feel disappointed if I build my hopes and expectations up. You lot said that Havertz is the guy up front. So now prove it to us. Prove it to us. I'll sit back. Give him the season up front. If he scores 20 goals and we win the league, I hold my hands up. If he does what I think he'll probably do and we don't win the league, then I will tell you again what I think. So I'm chilling, people. I'm not doing it. I'm not allowing it to happen. So we will see. Time will tell. That is the situation we're in. But big up Brian and big up everyone who tuned in yesterday. It was a good day, man. 3 streams. Really enjoyed it. And it was an intriguing deadline day. You know, I'll be honest, the transfer window's been boring and draining. You know, there was 20 videos of Calafiori, 20 of Marino. You know, it's been boring. I would rather just focus on football now and games. I'm disappointed there's an international break after this weekend, though. Big up Brian. Big up Bez, who said Raheem is pacier than Leo and more of a constant threat than Nelly. Could really help to take some attention off the likes of Saka and co. 100%. When you play against Raheem Sterling as the opposition, he's somebody you have to keep an eye on. You're not just going to give him time and space and let him go 1v1. It may actually take some of the heat off Saka, which I think you make a great point there. Big up Tiger Anguna said, love from Perth, Western Australia. Big up everyone worldwide, people. Really appreciate it, man. 3.5K locked in. Time differences all over the world with this early kickoff. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. White Glove said, Big C, our squad depth is now the worst of the top 8. In some positions, you could say so. They're going to need a hell of a lot of luck. They're going to need a hell of a lot of luck. MJ, here he is again. Pires, one of your best ever. What a club. Bro, he's a World Cup winner. He's a World Cup winner. Put some respect on Bobby, man. Vavavoom. Legend. Used to run like a penguin, but what a player. Guna Carlos, Mitoma, Pedro, Minter, Welbeck. Long day for us. We're going to talk about the game in more detail, but I've watched Brighton. And new manager. Going forward, they look very good. I didn't think defensively against Man United last week they looked particularly great. But listen, Mitoma, Pedro, Welbeck, they're going to be dangerous. This will be a tough game. Adam said, big up Curtis. Which two former Arsenal players in their prime would you add to this squad to boost our chances of clinching the title? I mean, the first one, obviously, and I think everybody will say, is Thierry. We win the league with Thierry. You know, he's that good, obviously. I'll take Thierry and probably, what do we need? A midfielder, creator? I'm torn between, boy, I'm also thinking Alexis Sanchez. But then I'm thinking Cesc Fabregas, and I'm also thinking Patrick Vieira. Who would the second one be? At their prime. Declan Rice and Vieira. Or Declan Rice and Fabregas. That's a tough one. I'd have to take Thierry because is our midfield good enough? Probably not. I'm taking a midfielder. Let me go Cesc Fabregas. I'll go with Fabregas and Thierry Henry because I think Rice in the 6 is elite. I want the creative player next to him. I'll go Cesc. Cesc Fabregas, one of the best midfielders I've ever seen at Arsenal. And then I'll go for Thierry. So I'll go Thierry and Cesc, but it's only a dream. But it's a nice dream. I hear you saying the Kroenkes have let Arteta down. They've thrown for 800 million at him and won nothing. No fan of the Kroenkes, by the way. I hear you, but they allowed us to be so run down that 800 million was necessary just to get us back in the mix, bro. They allowed us to go from an elite top-level football club to a team that finished 8th. And that was because of their lack of spending, of their neglect, of their inability to hire the right people to do their job. And we just faltered and faltered and faltered. So that 800 million, bro, was necessary just to get us back in the top 4. So I don't applaud the Kroenkes for spending 800 million. I just don't. And I might sound spoiled and people go, what, 800 million? You're not applauding. That's what you're supposed to do. You own Arsenal. You're supposed to try and win. You allowed us to become a laughingstock, signing washed up, players and losing our best players. So I don't applaud them for that. And I'm sorry, you've got us within touching distance of Man City. And I don't think we didn't even spend 100 million in this window. So I don't think they've gone for it in this window. I think they're chilling because they know the Champions League money is going to arrive. So Mikel Merino is in the stadium, injured with his mashed up shoulder. For my sanity, that Turkish link-up is needed. We will be live on Monday. OG's podcast. Let me get into some stories and stuff. In fact, no, we got 3 super chats left. Let's finish them. SG, Curtis, I told you Eddie was a clown. Should have got sacked despite selling, but the heat should be on KSE for hiring Brazil's team coordinator with zero experience to negotiate. 100%. If you're hired to do a job and you're not good at it, whose fault is it, really? You're just going to have a go, aren't you? You're getting big wages, you'll have a go at it. If you hired me now as the sporting director of Arsenal, I'd take the job and I'd have a go at it and see what I could do. Well, ultimately, if I'm not good enough, it's not my fault. I just tried a thing. It's the Kroenke's fault. They hire these guys. So, yeah, I hear you on that. David said, life is too short. Embrace your inner Kev, Big C. Ah, man. Honestly, you're right. You're right. And this is why I've said, bro, I've tried to remain calm this summer. Don't let Arsenal ruin your sanity and your mood. Just enjoy it and get on with it. Flight mode. Am I right in saying a sticking point of the Rice deal last year was West Ham wanted it paid in 2 years? If so, that deal's impacted us 4 out of 10. I mean, yeah, what was it, 2 or 3 years? But I think you're right. They wanted the money quick. And obviously, we're probably still paying Havertz and Timber. So maybe that's why. Maybe that is why. It's a good point. Danek, can Martinelli become a striker? I've always thought he had potential to maybe play like a Vardy. Richard said, would you rather sack Arteta and keep Edu for 5 more years or sack Edu and keep Arteta? I would... get... That's a great question. Okay, let me put it this way. If you give Mikel Arteta a fantastic team, I think he can win the Premier League. If Edu has a better manager, if he's not doing the right business, we still don't win the league. So I almost feel like Edu could be a bigger issue than Arteta. So 5 more years. But if you had like Michael Edwards back in Arteta and getting the right signing. Listen, ultimately Arteta has had back-to-back second places with a team that's still not. So for me, I think Edu's got to go out of the two. Because I think if Michael Edwards or someone like that had just spent £800 million to give to Arteta, I think we've won the league. So, yeah, Edu would be going for me. David said, that's a great question, though, by the way, Richard. David said, and the fans telling us just support the club. Shut up, I spent a fortune in shirts. Travelled to Porto to see them lose. What else can I do? Ultimately, bro, all you can do is voice your opinion. And you're entitled to it. And I tell any Arsenal fan, in fact, not Arsenal fan, any football fan, don't let any fan tell you you're not entitled to your opinion. This is my biggest stickler with any football fan, and I get it all the time on Twitter, but I don't care about it. How can another football fan tell you how to support your club? Your journey as a fan is your personal journey. If you're angry with the club, you're angry with the club. Don't let someone on Twitter, oh, you can't do this, you're not a real fan. Shut up, man. Support the club how you want. If you're angry, you're angry. And you're entitled to it, David. Bond these, man. But yeah, you're right, you're right. Voicing your opinion is all you can do. Big up Matt, he said, Edu is a snake oil salesman, I'd dump him immediately. I always said, when Michael Edwards left Liverpool, I would have gone to him and just said, what do you want? You're coming to us. He's that good, Liverpool had to bring him back. Unfortunately, they had no money to spend this year. So he couldn't really do anything. He got him Chiesa. Snake Eyes, big up to you, bro. He said, big up, Big C. Thanks for doing what you do. The Cronkies don't want to win. They are satisfied with top 4 in Champions League. They use Arsenal like collateral to fund their projects. Look at the stadium in LA. And I've been there. You know what it's like, people? If you own a big business, you can go to the bank and say, I want to borrow such and such, $1 billion. Because now he wants to build this train line in Inglewood in LA. So they're going to go, what collateral have you got? Okay, I own Arsenal. I own the LA Rams. I own the Denver Nuggets. They'll say, okay, that's good. We'll lend you $1 billion because if anything goes wrong, we can take that company off you to recoup our money. It looks good on his CV owning an English Premier League football club because of the popularity, because of the impact worldwide. But is he desperate to win? I watch the NBA. A lot of you guys watch the NBA. I can tell you right now, Denver Nuggets are one of the best teams in the NBA. They're one of the favourites to win the NBA championships this year, probably after Boston Celtics. Their team aren't short. They got Russ Westbrook. They got Jokic. They got Jamal Murray. They got stars. We need the Jokic, the striker, the gunman. Jokic is like the Haaland of NBA. Jokic got the highest contract. We haven't got that. Top 4's enough. Turn up at pre-season. Smile. Tell us to be excited. Then go about your business, people. And that's the reality of the situation. People criticised Abramovich and a lot of the stuff off the pitch was morally incorrect. Abramovich was desperate to win and you saw it. He was an elite owner in terms of driving that club. And the Abu Dhabi who own Manchester City are the same as well. So, but listen, here's what it is. I'm actually not going to go on. I've gone on about it nearly the whole build-up. The game actually kicks off in 6 minutes. I haven't even spoken about a lot of the things I wanted to speak about. So anyway, let's move on. What I will say, let's focus on the team now. We've got the players we've got until January. Let's support them. It's match day. We need to win. Somebody who isn't here, by the way, Reece Nelson. He's gone on loan to Fulham. I personally think this is a fantastic move for him. I think Fulham are a good team. They play good football. He's gone there with Iwobi and Smith Rowe. And from what I'm reading, there's no option or obligation to buy. So they obviously still think he could come back. Arsenal wearing a new training kit again. White hoodie. Looks decent. And I think that's a good move for him. I think it's a good move. So good luck to Reece Nelson on loan at Fulham. He was set to go to Ipswich, but Fulham have hijacked it. So it is what it is. Some people asking about Sterling. Yeah, I mean, I gave a long, in-depth discussion at the start of the show about what I felt, and I think it's a pretty good signing on loan. I really do. Certainly as a squad player. What are your season aspirations? I want Arsenal to win the Premier League. I could come here and say, I want the quadruple. Of course we do. But in reality, can we win that Premier League? I mean, listen, I dream of Arsenal winning the Champions League. If you said to me right now, Champions League or Premier League, I'd take the Champions League. Just because I want to take away the one bit of ammunition that opposite fans have got on us. Oh, where's your European trophy? Where's the star above your badge? I want the star above the badge. But I just want to see us overcome Pep and win that league. So it is what it is. Listen, people, the players are coming onto the pitch and we're about to get down to business. Let's go through the 2 starting lineups. And by the way, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, people. And also, before I forget, before they start moaning at me, today's show is sponsored by SofaScore, the world's fastest live score app. People think I'm reading this off a script. I'm looking at the screen. I'm not even looking. I'm doing no-look advertisements, people. You can't go on another channel and get a no-look advertisement. I'm looking at the screen. White hoodie. The white hoodie looks decent, by the way. I can't lie. Keep me out of the armoury. This is the world's fastest live score app. It's completely free. It's in the description below. Download it. Keep up to date with all the latest stats. You get team news, injury news. You get the player ratings after the game. It's very in detail. It's completely free. And of course, if you download it, you know, they might pay me a bit more money and then we'll make even better content. So it's a win-win situation, people. Download it. It's free. Why not? There you go. They definitely aren't writing that on the script, are they? Download it so I can get a bit more money. So there you go. I'm having to do it in a more unprofessional way to let you guys know that I'm not reading it off a script. They're telling me it's scripted. Hey, look, off a script. Give me some respect, man. Do you not have that belief in me, people? I can freestyle in the booth. Right. We're about to head to the game, people, so let's change the screen. I love this little bit, by the way. I mean, I can't lie, people. You know, for somebody who started on a £3 tripod in the car with no microphone, I'm easily pleased by those little graphics. I don't know, you know, it feels like Sky Sports, but we keep it moving. I can't wait till we get more graphics. Listen, people, let's concentrate on the game now. Transfer window's closed. Headloss said that white hoodie made you weak. Listen, man. Two things Arsenal are elite at. Merch and PR. We are just absolutely incredible at merch and PR. I haven't seen Raheem Sterling. Apparently he is there, so it will be interesting. I will download SofaScore. I'm uninstalling OneFootball. Listen, OneFootball aren't sponsoring anymore, so as far as I'm concerned, delete OneFootball and get SofaScore, people. That's where we're at right now, people. It is what it is. SofaScore business. It's the fastest, so they're quicker. They're going to tell you the score before OneFootball. So, yeah, they might say I shouldn't be saying this, but, you know, we just say it as it is. Right, let's get into the teams. This is all that matters. It is Arsenal against Brighton. Early kickoff, and a win puts us top of the league. Manchester City play West Ham away tonight. 5:30 kickoff. Bit of a tricky game. And obviously Liverpool go to Old Trafford tomorrow against Man United. And that'll be a good game as well. One change for Arsenal today. And it is Leandro Trossard comes in for Martinelli. Wow, we're about to kick off. What's going on? I'm still reading out the teams. So, David Raya in goal, Ben White at right back, Timber at left back, Gabriel and Saliba, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Kai Havertz, people. Brighton, to get us underway, give me a score predictions. I'm going to go... I was going to go 3-1 Arsenal, but I'm going to go 2-0. I'm very confident in our back four at the moment. I think we can keep a clean sheet. So I'm going to go for 2-0. Give me a score predictions for today, people. We are underway. North London Forever was beaming out. 4-0, I think it'll be harder than that. 2-1, 3-1, 2-2, 2-0, 4-0 again. 2-0, 2-0 says Snake Eyes. 3-0. I'm just going to get loads on the screen. 3-0 again. A lot of 3-0s. A lot of you are confident. I think this is a harder game. Oh, here we go. First attack, though. Martin Odegaard, right-hand side of the area. Skips him. Oh, he picks the wrong ball there. He had Ben White on the overlap. Oh, Matoma. That's still in, man. Don't stop. What are you cheering for? Got away with that there. You know, I'm telling you, Matoma could be a tricky customer for Ben White today. He's quick. 3-0, 2-1. 3-2. A lot of you saying 4-0. I have to admit, they were defensively, they were quite open last week, and I'm not being funny, man. James Milner's in midfield. He's got, how old is James Milner? He's got to be 37, 38. James Milner. Fair play to him that he's still playing in the Premier League. He's 38. 38 still playing in the Prem. Turns 39 in January. I mean, surely even Partey can outrun him with these Partey second halves we've been seeing in the past couple of weeks. Here come Arsenal. Bukayo Saka, right-hand side. Let's start lively. Saka, step over. 2 step overs. Oh, he's gone to 4-star skill moves. Saka gets past him. Saka lifts it in the air. Declan Rice. Oh, it's up in the air. It was blocked. Good early chance. Here's Trossard. Oh, and Brighton get away with it. Brighton are on the break, though, now. Could Saka have made more of that? He is older than me, Pete. He is. There's still a chance. Maybe I can get back into League 2 or something. Good play there by Saka. I actually think Saka started this season really well. I'm liking what I'm seeing of Bukayo so far in this window. In this start of the season. I'm so used to the transfer window. Yeah, listen, we would have loved to have seen a striker, of course. And listen, João Pedro's decent. Danny Welbeck's going to be fired up for it as well. Saka looking for Havertz. Oh, good defending by Donkey. Nearly flicked it on to Havertz. Snake Eyes, there is a young Cameroonian defensive midfielder from Brighton we should have gone for. Anyone in the comments know his name? Not sure who that is. Would you go back to football? I would love to. But only at a serious level. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not bothered about playing like semi-pro. If I had an opportunity to go back into the pro game and stuff like that, but I doubt it would happen now. But you know, I'd much rather just take crews to play football and stuff like that. And obviously got to concentrate on the channel, want to hit 100k and go beyond. So I don't mind playing the odd game and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I don't miss pre-season, I tell you that much. Running up and down fields. There's no feeling like it. And I don't mean this in a good way. When you turn up to a training session in the middle of summer for pre-season and all you see is cones all over the place and no footballs. Or you get a text message from the manager saying, make sure you wear trainers, you don't need football. But bro, honestly, right, I'm not even joking. A guy messaged me talking about playing football in Saudi. It wasn't the top division in Saudi. I think it was one below. And he said, look, you can still make good money over here. But it never materialized. I would have taken that move if that was there. I'm telling you. But it is what it is. Oh, the bleep test. Jeez, man. You just don't need it, do you? I do not miss pre-season at all. Ben White gets pressed, loses the ball. João Pedro. That's poor from Ben White. Too slow. Good tackle by Thomas Partey. Wow, Brighton are pressing. I said last week Aston Villa were giving us a lot of time on the ball. But Brighton are not giving us time on the ball at all. They are high pressing and trying to squeeze our defence. I don't know what Ben White was doing there. Why did he take so long to pass the ball? Arteta does not look happy. Thanks to the community. You know what? I might... let's get the likes up. If we can get the likes up today, might hand out some channel memberships to the community. Ben White's got to be on point today, man. Mitoma. We know he's dangerous and he's back. You know, he had some injuries last year. Oh, why is the goal thing going off again? Just stop. There's no goal, people. There's no goal. I don't know why that just randomly goes off. Maybe we're going to score now. Trossard whips it in. Oh, just over Havertz's head. I thought it knew something I didn't. No fake scores. Yeah, my own laptop's playing up now. I'll throw it out the window. Do you know what I like about this attack, people? Look how many bodies we've got forward. Look at that. 3 players in the box, 2 on the edge of the box. I love that. I love that. Big up Snake Eyes. He's gifted 5 Curtis Shaw TV memberships. Big him up. And welcome to the new members. Welcome to the new members. We'll get the members up today, don't worry. Good tackle, Thomas Partey. Finds Saka. That's a foul. Free kick, edge of the penalty area. I'll tell you what, this left back, he's struggling. I can tell you now. I said it last week. Saka looks very, very sharp. Very sharp. I feel like Saka is going to have his highest goal scoring season. Greg said he trained with a 3rd division team in Germany when he was in the army. Had us running doing drills for 2 hours, only 30 minutes of scrimmage. Yeah, pre-season's brutal, bro. Pre-season is brutal. Big up Snake Eyes for gifting out the chats. Angel said, big up Curtis, I see you with the good vibes even after the window. Yeah, come on, man. Life's for living, people. Let's just enjoy it, man. We wanted more. I was desperate for a striker. I haven't stopped talking about strikers all summer. Let's just get on with it. Let's win this game. Saka, free kick, corner of the penalty area. Rice and Odegaard hanging on the edge. Will he roll it? Saka whips it in. That is an absolute shocking free kick. He's got the ball back. He actually kicked that on the floor. Here's Odegaard. Saka makes the run. What a ball by Odegaard. Saka shoots. Oh, why did he side foot it? What a ball from Odegaard. Put your foot through that, bro. Look at that pass from Odegaard. Jeez. Oh. Bukayo, what are you side-footing that for? Maybe he was passing that to Havertz. What a ball. Put your laces through that. Smash it. That's why I always said, man, that's why the striker. Look at that ball. Odegaard's passing is outrageous. Oh, Raheem. Raheem's in the building. Big baller. Rastafari. Gaza. Goalie side. I still can't believe he plays for Arsenal. It don't even make sense. It seems like AI. Big up, Curtis. Great to catch a live stream again, says Kugler Pete. Big up to you, bro. That was a great ball. I don't know why Saka side-footed that. I would have drilled that. It's an unbelievable ball. But we've started okay. Odegaard's a baller, man. He keeps this team ticking. Even I'm critical of him at times, but genuinely, I think we'd be half the team without him. Going forward, that is, anyway. Havertz gets clamped. There's nothing wrong with him. Absolutely. I know he's playing for that. Wins a free kick. Arsenal bench is terrible. You're not wrong. Wham Raheem. Dynamite. Thanks for calling the match. Here's Saka. Odegaard on the overlap. Drops it into Odegaard. Chance for Arsenal. Odegaard whips it in. Can't find Havertz. Doesn't get enough on it. We are such a lopsided team. It's unbelievable. All of our best play comes down the right-hand side. The left-hand side is starving in this Arsenal team. Saka does well. Rolls it across. Havertz looked offside, but he can't find him with the ball. He looks dangerous. Jay Dime said the membership's acting up. I'll try and check that out, bro. Let me know what's happening. What's it saying to you? Like, what are you getting when you try and join? Stand up if you hate Tottenham. I mean, listen, as I said, I've seen it, so I can't ignore it. Here's Declan Rice on that left-hand side again, man, which didn't seem to suit him last week against Villa. Here's William Saliba, the boss doggy. I made a wild statement in the week. I did elaborate on it afterwards. What I meant was, I said Saliba is the best centre-back I've seen at Arsenal. I didn't actually mean he was the best. I still think you got to go for Tony Adams for the leadership. What I meant was, he's probably my favourite centre-back that we've had. Oh, Saka's cooking him. Saka's cooking him. Saka, oh, it's blocked. Ben White shoots. Oh, it goes out for a corner. Nah, Saka is destroying this left-back. Oh, my days. He's going to have an unbelievable season. You can just see it. He looks different. He's moving different on the ball. Corner to Arsenal. Now, what I meant was Saliba is my favourite centre-back. I love the centre-back that can make defending look easy. You know, the Rio Ferdinands, the Van Dijks, they're my favourite types of centre-backs. And I love the way Saliba plays. I think he's the best centre-back we've had for years. And he's probably my favourite centre-back. People saying that was handball. No, I like the fact Saka's starting to do skills, man. Last year, I said he wasn't doing enough skills. Declan Rice to take this corner. In swinger. Can we score early? We're very good from set pieces. João Pedro wrestling Gabriel. Brazilian teammate. It is Gabriel. That's a goal kick, I think. Yeah, it hit Gabriel. It goes out. Saliba is a baby VVD. Yeah, he's in that sort of role, Ferdinand. Gabriel went up with Pedro. I think it hit him. It went out for a goal kick. Sol Campbell. I like Campbell. He faded heavily at the end. Remember when he just walked off the pitch? He looked like he had a breakdown. West Ham at home. Zamora scored. Here's Trossard, left-hand side. Listen, Trossard and Martinelli will be on their toes. Raheem is here. Trossard's former club. He'll have a point to prove. Here is Trossard. Havertz on the move. It's a poor pass. And, Matoma nutmegs Ben White. See you later, Ben. He looks like he's causing Ben White problems, man. That's the second time. When I come on today, it's just not on. If anything, I'll turn it off and maybe I need to come. But yeah. So if it doesn't work again, let me know. Let me know. Trossard's drunk again. Is it Stella or Trossard? Or is it Bossard? Matoma. You know you can tell when a winger has got that little bit of confidence that I feel like I'm going to do this full back in. Matoma, I've seen him twice on the ball against Ben White today, and it's like he looks mad confident like he's going to do him. But also, Saka, just as I was about to big Saka up, he loses the ball. But he's been ripping this left back. They doubled up well on him there. Mitoma's a very good player. Kolo Toure was very good. Don't get me wrong when I say this. I don't want people to think I'm ignoring other defenders. Like, Sol Campbell at his best was outstanding. He was an absolute rock. But I love how good Saliba is on the ball. He's the modern day fullback. Saka gives it away. Commentators curse. I big him up. Then he gives it away. Here's Matoma. I tell you something. Defensively, we need to be careful. Brighton are dangerous. Going forward, there's a header. Saved by Raya at the back post. Minte? I don't know how you say his name. Minte? I don't know. I'm not going to start doing jokes about, Polo and mints and that and fresh. It's too early in the morning, but they are in the back of my mind. Return of Stella. We'll give him time. It's his former club. He'll be desperate to prove. Our receiving touch is God mode at the moment. Odegaard is fire. Is Ben White king of the dark arts in Arsenal? I think he is. James Milner's down injured. I'm not surprised, mate. He's 55 years of age. He's knackered already. Who they bring on? They got Enciso. They probably got better players on the bench. He's done, innit, Milner? There you go. What's he done? His hammy. Looks like he's holding his hamstring. Milner's off. João Pedro's cross to the back post. Timber did lose the header. I feel like Raya could have caught that. I don't know. Might be doing him a disservice here. Jason said he's a Spurs fan. He said you have the best chance of winning the league this year. Minty looking fresh. You know what I mean, Vernon? They were there. I was going to do it, but I'll let the community do it. Milner's coming off. He's knackered already. We've only been playing for 15 minutes. The game's quite open. There's a break in play. The players are having a water break. Mini Minter from the sidemen on Brighton's wing, yeah. Joseph Trossard is upset when he doesn't start, but subbing him in works. Listen, I said it at the start of the show. Not everybody agreed with it, and not everybody liked it. And the comment I made was, Sterling probably would be the best left winger. And some of you were not happy with that comment. I said, listen, Martinelli's out of form and Trossard doesn't perform consistently when he starts. It's like he's the ideal super sub. So we'll see. But obviously it depends what Sterling we get. If it's the one at Chelsea, then he probably won't. If you get one that was like the one at Man City, then he will. Milner off. Is that Enciso? Is that... Oh, Ayari. I don't know too much about this guy. Apparently he's a very good player. So probably Milner coming off is bad news. I'd have rather had a 38-year-old there. Invincible Gunner said massive season for Martinelli. Huge. Give the man a chance. Yeah. We don't want to be too harsh on him. Oh, yeah, they've confirmed the Champions League. Confirmed. 15th, Tottenham away. 19th, Atalanta away. 22nd, Man City away. Wow. That's why you need squad depth, people. That's why you need squad depth. People might be mad with the Sterling deal, but you need to rotate. Here's Trossard. That is a great ball. Mine, Odegaard, you got to score. Oh, Odegaard, you're in my fantasy team as well. Just slot that in, bro. I know it's on your left foot, on your right foot. What a... Hey, Trossard. Oh, he might have been offside now. Maybe the guy at the bottom. I love the way we're getting players in the penalty area. Look, 4 players running in. I'm sorry, people. He's got to do better than that. I don't care if that's your weaker foot. That is a weak finish, man. What's with these little weak side foot finishers we're dealing with, man? Saka did it. And now put your foot through the ball, bruv. Hit the ball. Yeah, I swear Arteta was just swearing then. Lip reading him, it looked like he was swearing. Odegaard's got to do it. I expect the keeper to be tipping that wide. It's straight at him. So soft as well. Hit the damn ball. That is a brilliant ball in by Trossard. Ball over the top. Is Kai Havertz. He's offside. I've got a feeling Havertz is really going to test my patience this season. Especially the fact I've wanted a striker so bad. I'm going to have to really try and, calm down, because I just feel like anytime he has a bad game, I'm going to be on his case and saying, why the hell did you not sign Tony at 40 million and let him go to Saudi? I'm just going to have to try and remain calm. But yeah, Odegaard, man, you got to do better. It's a great ball from Trossard. On Trossard's left foot, by the way. That is what Trossard is good at. He's technically so sound, This game is very open, almost too open. Here's Jurrien Timber. Finds Odegaard. Bang. Heavy touch. Man, you're going to get clamped. Arsenal are looking for a red card here, I think. How do you pronounce this guy's name? Minte? It's probably Minte, isn't it? Minte? It can't be Minty, surely. I don't think he'll get a red for that, though. Even though he catches him on the knee, it's a follow-through, innit? That could be Odegaard done, He's not the strongest of guys, either. Some of you will be in the comments saying red. I don't think that is a red. Because I think it's purely a follow. Man said mint tea. Yo, this is a lit watch-along always, bro. How you mean? Here's Mikel Merino. Shoulder mashed up. How, man? One training session. The man's out for 6 weeks. But listen, it's... I'm looking forward to him being back. The positive thing about today, you're thinking you've still got Merino, Sterling, Gabriel Jesus to come back from injury. You've still got Tomiyasu, Kieran Tierney. There's a lot of squad depth to bring back. Neto, the goalkeeper. So we'll look a lot better after the international break when a lot of these guys come back. I think what's happened there, he's took the ball. As he's followed through, he's caught Odegaard on the kneecap. Very painful. Just got to hope he didn't really, really hurt him, because as I keep saying, Odegaard is a player we can't afford to get injured. João Pedro and Gabriel having a chat. International teammate. João Pedro has been called up for the Brazil squad. Listen, I'll be honest, it's not a red. I know there's some people in the chat saying that's a red. It's not a red. It's not a red. I don't even think it's a yellow, to be honest. But... it could be. Minty from EastEnders, I remember him. What's the link to your fantasy team? Let me try and get that. A few of you have been asking for that. I did put it in the comments the other day. I have to look through the other videos. Let me try and find it. Where did I put that in the comments? Give me till half-time, bro. Apologies. At half-time, I'll get it. If anyone's got the link for the fantasy, please copy it and throw it in the comments. If not, I will get it at half-time. Odegaard's getting treatment. He looks all right. Nah, it's not a red. Never a red. Come on, here's Trossard. Keeps it in. He's under pressure. What you got? Is that a corner? Corner to Arsenal. Corner to Arsenal. Odegaard is possibly one of the players we can least afford to get injured. Because if he does, we have no cover. Danette said, what kind of striker does Cruz play like? How would you describe yourself? Drogba? Young Wayne Rooney. All right, fair enough, Wayne Rooney. Powerful and quick. Good shot. Skillful. Young Wazza. All right, fair enough. Corner to Arsenal. Corner to Arsenal. Saka in swinger. Whips it in. It's a poor corner. Headed away. Odegaard wins the header. It's up in the air. Gabriel. Nah, the keeper collects it. Man said, no, hopefully not Havertz. No, we don't want to call you a young Havertz unless he wins us the league. No one in this squad can even finish a crouton, said White Glove. As I said, man, if we'd signed a striker last night, I'd probably be sitting here saying, I think we win the league. But we've got to try and make something happen. Mitoma. Yep, you better start helping him, Saka, because he looks sharp. Look, everything he's done so far, Mitoma looks neat and tidy, man, I'm telling you. Here's Danny Welbeck. Gets it out wide. Minter, that guy just called him. Whipped it into the back post. Raya, good collect, well done. He called him Minter. So I'm calling him Minter. Marino's going to that hand. In it, man. What's happened, man? Marino 6 to 8 weeks. Gabriel must have clattered him in training and just landed on him. It's a bad injury as well, man. It affects you playing football a lot, the shoulder. Here is Timber. Honestly, we are so much better on the right. And it's not even about the personnel. It's just how we link up play. Go on, Partey. Yes, great tackle. That's what I want to see. Odegaard. He's getting yam there. That's not a foul, bro. You got to move the ball quicker. What you sitting there looking at the ref for? Man sat there and looked at the ref. Just get up and get on with it. Gabriel did it for Partey. He said, Partey, listen, you're about to get dropped from Marino. Let me just land on him. Man, give him the people's elbow in wrestling straight on his shoulder. Hey, big up everyone locked in. Nearly 4,000 of you tuned in. Absolutely amazing. Listen, 3,000 likes today. If we can get 3,000 likes today, I'll give out some memberships to the community. Let's get at least 1,500 by half-time. We're at 900 so far. Still 0-0. Intriguing games. Quite open. I always worry with Arsenal that we need to score first. Raya's jersey is nice. I've never bought a goalkeeper kit ever. I'm not sure I ever would, to be honest. Odegaard is struggling, I'm concerned. Look at Odegaard jogging, he's limping. Look at him, top of the screen when he jogs. He's limping. Now, the problem you have with that injury, I've had that injury before. What happens sometimes, you get that kick on your kneecap. You feel the pain, and then when you stop at half-time, the bruising, and it gets worse. Look, you can see him. Look, he's crouching down. He's probably rubbing it. You need to get ice on it. But sometimes when you stop running and sit down at half-time, it kind of seizes up a little bit. So, and the problem is, if you get hit on it again while there's bruising on it, you're in agony. And this is the problem. Here he is, though, on the ball. Looks for Havertz. Saka on the overlap. Oh, Havertz. I told you, Havertz is going to... I don't want to cherry-pick little things he does wrong in the game. But I can just see it being a frustrating season with him up front. Sterling got the 10 shirt, DJ. Took 10, not 14. So Raheem Sterling will wear the number 10. Nobody is wearing the 14 shirt, which... Unless you're getting a star, just leave it vacant. To be honest, it's Thierry's number, man. Quasar said, every bad movement by Havertz just looks worse that we didn't get a striker. I don't like singling out players. and looking like I'm criticising them all the time. So I'm trying not to do it with Havertz, but ultimately that frustration is there when I watch him. He's just not a striker. He can contribute there and get goals there, but you're just not a specialist. But let's just see. Apparently, Victor Osimhen has been left out of the squad for Napoli today, and they've taken the number 9 shirt off him and give it to Lukaku. Speaking of number 9s, oh my days, Pedro sends Partey to the shops, and it's blocked. Wow. Little sidestep, brother. Where are you going? Blocked by Saliba. Partey there, mate. Wow. Get to the shop. Get me a Snickers. Oh my days. One little sidestep. Had a man moving like Michael Jackson on the dance floor. That's too easy. Look at me, Toma Ben White. You're on the wrong side of him. Brighton are growing into this game. And I don't like it. Mitoma is dangerous today. I'm telling you, I don't like it. He looks very dangerous. Gets the byline too easy. Stands up the cross-back post. It's cleared by Timber. We don't look overly comfortable. I'm going to be honest. They've grown into the game a little bit. Corner. Minter, as they call him. Minter to take it. And the way Partey got sidestepped there by Mitoma. Boy. In-swinging corner. They've got some height in there as well. Raya needs to come and... That's a poor corner. Very poor. Saka, be careful. There you go. Win a free kick. Well done. Smart play. It's that bite in attack. You look at us today, again. Saka, when he isolated the fullback, has ripped him. But now they're doubling up on him. And then Havertz is not doing much. Trossard did put a great ball in, so I don't want to be too harsh on him. But we're just such a lopsided team. Everything is on that right-hand side. And I think if you was playing against Arsenal, if you shut us down on the right-hand side, I think we find it difficult to score on that left-hand side. We need another dimension over there. Havertz goes up with Lewis Dunk. Declan Rice, right-hand side. Saka in support. Here is Saka. That's not a foul. Not a foul, mate. Get up. Throw into Brighton. Fuming with that. How are you getting weights by Mitoma, bro? I mean, listen, you can get weights when you're standing there and the player runs into you. Because their whole body weight then is obviously leaning on you. But the more reason we got Sterling. I'm telling you, people. Remember I said this. Sterling will end up starting left wing in this team. I'm convinced of it. Because of his direct running. And the way he drives at people. João Pedro's actually playing left wing. Here's Danny Welbeck. Well done. Great defending, Saliba. Oh, what is that? Thomas Partey. Minter's in. He hadn't seen it. Terrible ball. Overhit it. Well, not terrible. What a touch, by the way. Not the time for mint jokes, but he whips into the back post. Saliba heads it in. Havertz, what is that? Mitoma, jeez. What is that from Havertz? I said I need to be patient, but no. 50 pence head. Look at Mitoma taking that first time left foot volley. Confidence is sky high. Hits that clean as well. Yeah, yard or two wide. Havertz, man, jeez. It's going to be a long 6 months until we get to January and then... But I can't see us buying a striker in January. Because it's probably finances why we haven't bought one. Not good. Odegaard. I'm concerned about Odegaard and this bruising, if he's got bruising. Bro, he had a flat head. He should have flicked the ball away, headed the ball forward. The mint was too strong. Yeah, the mint jokes will be there. Havertz, what you doing? 29 is 29 in. Assassin, Curtis clipped this. Saliba is off to Madrid in the summer if we don't win something. Where is Gabby? Hey, Jesus injured. Can't believe I'm saying this. I want Jesus rather than Havertz, said Jay. We will get another goalie, says Jay. Yeah, you're right. What if Eddie cooks at Palace? Eddie won't cook at Palace, bro. I don't even think he'll start. 6'5", can't head the ball. I think he's 6'3", isn't he? Yeah, it's frustrating. Saka. Ref says, get up. I think the guy caught him as he fell over. Side of the ear. Odegaard, Saka, we could do with you up now, bro. Referee stops the game. It's become a scrappy, frustrating game now. It's become frustrating. And there'll be a break in play. I think as he catches him with his arm, and then does he catch him as his foot? Oh, little arm across the face. I think he might even catch him. Oh, the camera moved. Yeah, there's a break in play. Not liking Havertz, man. I don't want to tweet too early because he'd probably end up scoring. Oh, is he in your fantasy team? Okay, you took a big risk there, but hey. Get the likes up, people. Get the likes up. Nearly 4,000 of you locked in. We're back underway. Lewis Dunk. Good defending by Yuri. I love Timber, man. Look at him. Beast. Look at him. He's off. Look. Let's get involved. He wants to be involved. Here's Trossard left-hand side. I think they're trying to create a Trossard, Rice, Timber as that triangle on the left. And obviously we've got the Ben White, Odegaard, Saka triangle on the right. But Ben White, that's a poor ball. He's having a bad game today, you know. He's been done twice by Matoma. And he's give the ball away. Here's Odegaard. Gives it away. We're not playing great. Started off quite well. Havertz last week in my fantasy team. If he doesn't do anything today, said South London's finest. We got the goal and assist first game, didn't he? Second game. Didn't do anything. Hasn't done anything so far. Timber best player so far, says Shampa. I don't even know who's been our best player, to be honest. We haven't played that well. Saka started well. Odegaard gets away with it, wins a free kick. Assassin said, bias aside, if you're Saliba and Madrid come calling, are you staying? Listen, if they came for him and said, listen, you're starting, maybe Rudiger and Saliba or whatever, if we don't win something, he's going to want to probably go, isn't he? It's Madrid. The only way you keep him happy at Arsenal, you pay him a lot of money and you win trophies. That's the only way, to be honest. You can't deliver him another trophyless season. That's the problem. The only thing we may get away with Saliba next summer is I think Madrid are going to spend their money on fullbacks next year. I think they'll try and get Trent and Alphonso Davies. Would they then have the money to get Saliba? Saliba would still have a couple of years left on his contract. Arsenal would be asking for massive money for him. Well, they should be. So you saw this year they only bought Mbappe on a free. Obviously, it wasn't a free because they paid him like 80 million signing on fee. But I think Trent would cost, even though saying that, Trent's out of contract. So they could actually get Trent and Davis on a free, but they would still require big signing on fees. But yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully we win something and we don't have to have that conversation. 10 minutes to go till half time. Listen, there were a lot of people in the comments before the game. 3-0, 4-0. Listen, Brighton have won both their opening games. They beat Man United. They battered Everton. Was it 3-0? Rico Wonders said, would you take Memphis Depay? He's out of contract. I don't really. I'm not a fan of him, you know. And again, yeah, he drops deep too much. It's not like I want a striker that plays the area. Nah, I wouldn't. Go and buy Osimhen in January or Gyökeres, but... Oh, come on, Saka. Why are you letting the ball run? Emmanuel said Martinelli will score today. Clip it. I hope so. Ryan said, I hate to say it, but with their high line, it's a game for Martinelli. I'm actually surprised how much Brighton are pressing us. Fair play. I respect teams that come to you know, the Emirates and have a go at us. A lot of the bottom half teams just sit deep. What a ball that is. Oh, good header, Saliba. Saliba might have been our best player. All his clearances and everything. Oh, Timber's been good. What? Gabriel, you don't need to lean on him there, bro. Minter. That's how they're pronouncing it. Minter. Free kick to Brighton. Brighton are growing into this game. Robbie said Havertz will score 20 goals this season. I don't think he will. Maybe in all comps, not in the Prem. I can't see it. He's not clinical enough. Yeah, he might get around 15 if he plays every week. Free kick to Brighton. This is worrying, by the way. Whipped in left-footed. David Raya collects it. Not a good delivery. Raya kicks it long. Trossard ain't going to have the pace. It's a good kick. The goalkeeper gets it and they play out calmly. Brighton are very, very calm on the ball. Very calm. I honestly respect the way they're playing. Saliba, look, wins the header. Timber does. Timber again. Yeah, you're right. Second game after a year out. Looks very solid. Tackle. Here we go. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz. Yeah! Kai Havertz. Get in there. Yes! Good job I never tweeted it. Kai Havertz gives Arsenal the lead. Saka assist. I haven't got him in my fantasy team. 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Da-da-da-da-da. Hey, waka waka. Hey, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. If I tell you, right, I had a tweet saying Havertz is not the answer up front, and I haven't yet clicked post. I'm going to shamelessly delete it. Saka assist. Oh, you got Saka as well. It's a great finish. Great finish. Lobs it over him. That is a lovely finish. That's what he needs to do. Play higher up the pitch. Keep that between us, by the way, people. I'm not going to tell him on Twitter that I was about to start slandering him. They can't handle that. That's a lovely finish. 2 goals in 3 games for Kai Havertz. Saka with the assist. An Arsenal lead by a 1-0, and we needed that. He's got to justify why we didn't buy a striker, so there it is. That's the way to answer people like me and shut me up. Here come Brighton, though. It's a poor pass. It came out of nowhere, that. The ball just sort of broke to Saka. Saka with the through ball. Ball was bouncing. Goalkeeper came out. Havertz lifts it over him. Here's Matoma. Whipped in. It's high. Oh, falls and Raya collects it. King Kai, man. You know what I mean? I was about to say something very different online. Leahy said, I think Odegaard will come out. He doesn't look happy. He's not moving great. He is limping a little bit when he jogs. Arsenal lead 1-0. Killer. Dipset. Haaland. Berggang. Listen, keep it between us. I've deleted that tweet. Oh, Havertz was nearly in again. Headed back to the goalkeeper. Maybe Robbie was right. He might hit 20 goals. If he scores 20 goals in the league, we probably win the title, to be honest. Because I think Saka's going to get 15 plus this year. In his last 9 appearances at the Emirates, 7 goals, 3 assists. Got a great record at home. You just got to keep chipping away. I always say as a striker, if you can get 10 goals by Christmas, they play a lot of games from January. He's got 2 goals. We're still in August. Realistically, he should easily have 10 goals by Christmas. In the league, I'm talking. Think about when we're playing Ipswich and teams like that at home. He can get 2 or 3 goals in them games if we create chances. So it probably isn't impossible for him to score 20 goals. Oh, Saliba, mate, you are balling by. Either way, unlike Thomas Partey, what are you doing? Pass the damn ball! Jesus! Decker's. Oh, Decker's yellow card. Move, Van Hecker, man. What happened to you? Ref, don't overreact. Yeah, what, Gabriel? What? Who's chatting? I've already injured my own teammate. It's nothing to wipe you out. I like that from Gabriel. Smoke. Don't you dare square up to Deckers. Deckers went crazy. Look, he couldn't help it. He said, I'm getting him. Listen, that challenge does not even hurt that much when somebody catches you like that. It is a yellow card. It's frustrating because when Rice is on a yellow, he's not the same player because he knows he can't go into that challenge. That all came, by the way, from the stupidity from Partey. Partey moving sluggish today, man. We need Marino back. Partey caused that. Listen, Rice was always going to go into that challenge. We need Mikel Merino back, man. Partey, I don't know, he's moving sluggish. You can't be doing that. He's turning on the edge of his own box without knowing what he's turning into. Check, scan, bro. You're at the top level of football. Surely you scan before you get the ball. To be honest, Rice, he got carried away. The momentum, he probably should have backed out of the challenge. Yes, I'm really disappointed now. You've got a Thomas Partey that's getting caught, and you've got Declan Rice on a yellow. That affects our midfield massively when Rice knows he can't go flying into them challenges now because he could get sent off. So our midfield now is a concern. Maybe you got to bring Jorginho on in the second half. I don't know why they're playing João Pedro on the left. Here's Havertz. Look at that. That is ridiculous. He was looking for the free kick. Here's João Pedro. That is a dive, bro. He was falling over before he even got to him. Oh, stop rolling over, bro. You got your pants hanging out. What are you doing, man? What the hell's going on here, people? You know what I'm saying? It's early morning, man. What happened to him? Fix up, man. He didn't give Saka a yellow for that, surely? No, I don't think he did. What's going on here? Rice was fouled before the foul he committed. Yeah, he was always going to get a yellow. He clattered him. Free kick to Brighton. This game's still dodgy, though. I predicted 2-0, but 1-0, I don't feel comfortable. The Euros has messed up Rice. Hasn't been the same. Free kick to Brighton. That's a good ball. It's high. Oh, is that a corner or a goal kick? Did Gabriel flick that away? He's took a hit. Hopefully he's all right. You're right, Clement. Too many free kicks. Clears it with his leg. Corner to Brighton. Declan already has 2 yellow cards in 2 games. Something at the moment doesn't look right. Wow, was he given a goal kick? Came straight off Gabriel's leg. He's given a goal kick. I'll take it. Minute to half time. I'm going to defend Declan Rice a little bit. I think number 1, he's not fully fit yet from the Euros. I think number 2, the role that he's being played in is not working for him. Effectively, because Partey's in the team, we've pushed Rice to left centre mid and told him to go and support Trossard or Martinelli, and he does not suit that role one bit. Last season, he was the best ball-winning number 6 in the league. Not as good on the ball as Rodri. Rodri's the best probably in world football. You're asking him to go and support a left winger and get forward and attack and start crossing the ball with your left foot. You're absolutely wasting him. He's not a £105 million player that you play left centre mid. He's not. Put him in the 6. Drop Thomas Partey and put Marino in that role. But obviously Marino is injured. So for the time being, this is where we're at, people. Unfortunately. But I think you're wasting Declan Rice playing him in that role. I really do. I think you're totally wasting him. Here's Lewis Dunk. Finds Mitoma. Gives it away. Better. Here's Rice. Good ball into Saka. Move it. Odegaard gives it away. He hasn't been great. His final ball has not been perfect. Here's Saka. Rolls it in. Trossard tries to flick it to Rice. Doesn't quite get there. I don't mind you trying something like that on the edge of the box, though. Polsky said Zinchenko can play as an 8. He plays there for Ukraine, but we never play in midfield. So could you put Rice back to the 6 and put Zinchenko left centre mid? But I just don't think he would do it. Ball over the top. Rice leaves it. That's clever. Trossard. He wasn't offside. Trossard does well. Trossard shoots near post. Goalkeeper saves it. Didn't get enough power in the shot. And we are starting to improve. 4 minutes added on at the end. We're 1:40 in. Marino getting injured has messed everything up, says Mamba, yeah? And he's out till October. So he's going to miss Tottenham away, Man City away. They're big games. And they do have energy in midfield. You know, when De Bruyne makes them drive. Look at Timber. I mean, unlucky. The ball hit him. Strong. What I like about Timber, Timber goes up against the fullback. Zinchenko backs off the fullbacks. And when they're quick, they cause him problems. Timber actually wants to have the battle. This is a hard game, people. Let me tell you. They've got good players on the bench. And Cizo's dangerous. Rutter, they've just signed for 40 million from Leeds. Adingra, very dangerous. Estupinian, good fullback, just come back from injury. Nah, Chucks, he's saying I'm being reactionary on Partey. Partey's shown signs of this in the opening 3 games. That Morgan Rogers was spinning him. Oh, look, Pedro's done Saka there. Look, again, Partey's silly. I mean, that's a soft free kick. Let me see this one. Wow, yellow card. See, our 2 centre mids are on yellow cards. Just as you're telling me about Partey. I mean, is it a foul? Let me see. Pedro's a good player, man. Yeah, pulls his shoulder. Pulls his shirt. Doesn't even need to do it. Stupid yellow card, bro. 2 centre mids on a yellow card. Listen, I'm with you, Eros. I'm glad he's fit and available. He's a massive bonus, but come on, man. He's got to do better and move the ball quicker. Free kick to Brighton. Whipped in, headed away. Ball's loose. Gabriel clears it. And the ball's cleared. Ball cleared long. We need to score again. 1-0 is not comfortable. And now both centre mids on a yellow. Odegaard, surely you can get hold of that. That's handball. Or is it a free kick? I don't know which one he saw first. Saka gets fouled so much, don't he? He really does get kicked, but you're going to have to take it. All right, half-time. He's blown half-time. Arsenal 1, Brighton 0. Kai Havertz with the goal. Lobbed the goalkeeper. Let's get the half-time tweeting. I'm not sure what to make of it. How have we played? We've played okay. We've grown in confidence since the goal. Before that, we're a bit shaky. I'm not even sure what to say. Glad we're winning, but need to improve. To improve. We haven't created that much either. Glad we're winning, but need to improve. Yeah, I mean, Odegaard, a lot of people are moaning about the ref. I'm not sure why. Declan Rice one was a blatant yellow. People saying Minter didn't get booked for a red card challenge. Come on, man. That's a joke. That was not a red card challenge. And that's me being honest. What do you guys think of the first half? Right, that was saying Timber is not. Are you mad? I think Timber is playing well. He said Timber's not playing well. Never read the game's gone soft. Performance suspect, but the result needed. Glad we're winning. But have to improve second half. Brighton have a goal threat. need to move the ball quicker. Right, what you guys made about that first half? Big up everyone locked in. 4,500. Wow. You guys are legends. Trossard, for some reason, can't start games. Always makes a difference off the bench. He's so clutch off the bench. Ref has been dreadful. Honestly, I'm going to be totally honest. I have not really... yeah, Saka's been fouled a few times. You could have given them a yellow card. But I honestly, I've gone online and loads of people are moaning about the ref. I honestly haven't really sat here and thought, oh, this ref's shocking. Declan Rice is a yellow. The Partey one's stupid. Maybe he's let the Brighton players off a little bit. I think that's maybe the angle people are taking. But I'm concerned about Odegaard. He doesn't look right. He's limping. And at half time is when that knee can become a problem. They're going to have to ice it and get a hold of it. Boring Mikel tactics again, says Vic. The first half was all Brighton. Was it all Brighton? It kind of feels like they're on the ball and we're trying to hit them on the break. Let's have a look at the stats. I'm intrigued now you've said that it's all Brighton to see who had more possession. This ref don't like Arsenal. There's not a lot of good refs in the Prem, really, is there? To be honest. Take off Partey, somebody just said there. Is it the knee or the shin? I thought it was the knee. I could be wrong. I thought it was the kneecap. But maybe it was the top of the shin. Arsenal dominated, said GJB, sorry. Phil said, I feel Saka has elevated his game. He's finally living up to the hype. You just got to get him the ball quickly. Arsenal had 48% possession, you're right. Brighton had more possession than us. That is crazy at the Emirates. Havertz is elite. I'm not going to go that far, Lawrence. I hope he is by the end of the season. David said, bring in Calafiori at left back and put Timber in midfield. Interesting. A lot of people... He did say, didn't he, that Timber can play in midfield. Brian said Kai is producing like a big-time striker. Listen, the reality is a lot of strikers, they're not involved in the game much. The ball comes to them, they score. There are a lot of strikers that play like that. There are some strikers that come short, get on the ball, they're involved a lot. If Havertz keeps scoring, you'll keep shutting people like me up. And I'm more than happy to be shut up if he scores 20 league goals in the Prem. So long may it continue. Trossard isn't in the game. As I said, people, it's not what people want to hear, but Raheem Sterling will end up starting left wing. It's just the reality of the situation. Martinelli's out of form. Trossard is a super sub. There are certain players that are brilliant off the bench. They can impact a game in short periods of time. And at the moment, it looks like Trossard is that player. Saka, goal assist first game. Second game, assist. Third game, assist. Get Saka in your fantasy team, I think, is the thing that you need to learn from that. And unfortunately, I don't have Saka in my fantasy team, which is very frustrating. I do have David Raya and Saliba, though, and we're keeping a clean sheet at the moment, so I'll take that. I've got Odegaard in there as well. I was thinking he'll get assists galore. He hasn't got one assist yet. Trossard is the best 12th man in the league. Yeah, probably is. Probably is. A great impact player. Trossard is trying to do too much and giving the ball away. I think, it's his former club. Sterling's just signed. He's going to want to prove a point. Maybe he's trying too hard, but he did put a great ball in for Odegaard. Never said Partey shocking, get Marino on in 6 to 8 weeks. Both Partey and Rice are on yellows. That's a huge concern. That is a huge concern. I'm going to nick that for the tweet. I forgot to write it. I'll give you 5% of any earnings of that tweet. Partey and Rice both booked. Huge problem. I think you've got to take one of them off. I would take Partey off for Jorginho, to be honest. You can't have two centre mids that like to tackle on a booking. It ain't going to work. That Kai goal was a big relief for a lot of Arsenal fans. Yeah, bro, me included. One thing I've said. Let me give Havertz credit on something. Every time, Not every time, actually, because Aston Villa... In fact, he had a decent chance last week. Nearly every time I watch Kai Havertz play, he gets a clear-cut chance. Look, they're reviewing his movement. Look at the movement. He's off. He knows. Do you know what, right? Honestly, I'm probably one of Havertz's biggest critics. But there's something about him at the same time that you do like. I find him frustrating because he's so casual. So when he's not playing well, he winds me up. But when he is doing well, he's got an element of class about him that you're like, yo, he makes that look so easy. He's a really confusing player for me. Part of me thinks, what are we doing with this guy up front? Get him off the pitch. And the other part of me thinks, yo, you're a really classy footballer and you could be a top player for us. And I'm not quite sure where the truth lies in those two statements. Like, maybe the truth is somewhere in the middle. I can't work him out as a player. I think he needs to play higher up the pitch. He drops too deep. I think if I was coaching Kai Havertz, I would say, bro, your movement is so good. I don't want you dropping into midfield trying to help them out too much. I want you in the penalty area because for some reason you seem to always find a way of getting unmarked and getting chances. So I want you to get more chances to score more goals. What do you guys think about him? Like, I find him very confusing. Because he is casually looks lazy, yeah, maybe. Look at his stats as a striker. In transfer market, his numbers are crazy. Havertz scored and cupped his ear and said, Big C, what you saying now? Listen, did you guys see the clip in America when I saw him? I said, yo, striker this year. He said, yeah. I said, 20 goals. He said, hopefully. He was smiling. I gave him that, man. If he scores 20, I want 10%. But nah, listen, I said it during the game. I've got to try and be calm with him because he frustrates me, but then he does something like that. And again, that is a striker's finish. His first goal in the first game, I said, what I love about that goal, that header, was it's a proper striker's goal. And that is a proper striker's goal. That's the kind of goal that Haaland scores. Gets put one-on-one and just lobs the keeper. So, listen, 2 goals. You're 18 goals away from that 20. Let's hope he bangs a few goals in today. Although he's not in my fantasy team, so I'll be fuming. But still, I'll accept it. He's got 10 goal involvements in his last 9 league games at the Emirates. It'd be interesting to see his away record. How good is he at home compared to away from home? But it's a brilliant finish. Brilliant, brilliant finish. What are you guys saying in the comments? Nearly 5,000 of you locked in. Chris said, I need to see him score in the big matches in the Champions League before I call him elite. I get that. I do have an agreement in that. E-Ross said, Curtis, irony is you were talking about him right before he scores. Bro, the tweet was about to get put out. Similar to your intro goal. I mean, I'd say mine's a bit better, but hey. The goalkeeper was miles off his line, man. His was bouncing. It's an easy lob. No, it was a quality finish. Quality finish. Much higher level, of course. So, hey, what can I say? Stella R. Trossard in full display. I don't want to annihilate Trossard. He's not having a terrible game, but I do think he's trying too hard. He's probably feeling the pressure of Sterling's in the crowd. I'm playing my former club. First start of the season, I've got to do the business. Sometimes you just got to relax and allow the game to develop. 1.5k likes by half-time. You guys are legends. Absolute legends. And let's get 3,000 likes by the end of the show, people. Let's do it. You guys can do that easily. Light work. Absolute light work. And big up to everyone locked in. Really appreciate your support after deadline day yesterday. We're back again for this, and 3 points fixes everything. What the F is Kivior still doing? Well, they've kept him for squad depth, so we're overloaded with defenders. We're certainly not going to be short there. When you think about it, at left back, we could play Timber, Zinchenko, Calafiori, Kivior, or did I say Zinchenko? Or Kieran Tierney. At right back, you can play Tomiyasu, Ben White, or Timber. At centre-back, you can play Gabriel, Kivior, Calafiori, Timber, Saliba, Ben White, Tomiyasu. We are overloaded with defenders. We are literally Defenders FC at the moment. I wish we had that sort of squad depth up front, but it is what it is. C Unit's finish was better. I'll take it, but nah, listen. I want Havertz to score 20 goals. I really do. I want Havertz to score. I want to be completely wrong about Havertz. I really do. I want him to score 20 goals, and I'll say I've always rated him shamelessly. I won't even hide from it. But he is confusing. But what I like about him, and what I liked about what I came back from America and I told you guys, I said, Havertz from the first year and Havertz this year, his whole persona's different. The first year we signed him, he was kind of head down, wasn't even making eye contact. It was like, oh my God, they've thrown me to Arsenal. Chelsea don't like me. The Arsenal fans don't like me. This year, man, he was just walking by. He was casual. He had a little bop in his step, man. I think he feels loved by Arsenal as a club. You can tell the players like him. The manager likes him. The fans have given him that song. Did an interview today, didn't he, with Rio Ferdinand? I think there's a difference about him. I am going to try my best not to get on his case this year. I really am, because that's what we've got right now. That's what we've got. I don't want to be too critical of him, but I will if I have to. But we'll see. Shy Havertz. Yeah, he's coming out of his shell now, you know. The goals are making him more confident. Admit you love it. No, relax, man. Relax. Score 20 goals. Red for Rice or Partey, and it's scary hours. Tottenham away. You do not want to be going Tottenham away with Jorginho starting. Havertz is like a Thomas Muller. Yeah, like not an out-and-out striker, but yeah, arrives late, scores goals. Taylor said, I'm surprised you don't think Kai can get 20 in the Prem. Got 13, had a bad start. Sure, he misses sitters, but I'm happy. He can. He can. Do I think he will? I'm not sure, but he can. Yeah, we read that one. Red for Rice or Partey. Listen, big up to everyone locked in. Amazing support. Second half about to get underway. As you said, if any of them were to get sent off, they would miss Tottenham away. So I would say Mikel manage this game carefully. If we were to go 2 or 3-0 up, I would get one of those two players off the pitch. Bring on Jorginho in midfield. Right, we're about to get underway, people. Arsenal to kick off. Shooting towards the North Bank. Big second half for Arsenal. Big second half. Andrew said when we don't have an alternative up front, he needs to prove some fans wrong, 100%. Obviously, when Jesus is back, at least we have some sort of cover on the bench. Is Declan Rice, left-hand side. Can Arsenal score early? Odegaard is still on the pitch. Trossard finds Gabriel Magalhaes. Look at Timber's position there. He's in the penalty area. Trossard, that's a great ball. Timber. Oh, nutmeg. Declan Rice. Oh, my days. It goes out for a corner. That is beautiful football. The little back heel nutmeg from Timber. What a ball from Trossard. Timber, touch, nutmeg, hold that. Rice tries to bend it in the corner. It's blocked and goes out for a corner. Jeez, hold that nutmeg, bro. We don't even know where the ball is. I'm telling you, man, this guy Timber is different. He's different, you know. I feel secure. It's like being fully comp on your car, people. Anything happens, you feel good. With Zinchenko, it's just third-party fire and theft. This is proper. Declan Rice, corner, in-swinger. It's high. Can we score? Back post, headed over the bar. Goes out for a goal kick. Gabriel with the header. We do need another goal. MP said, I expect a bit more precision, especially on the passing. And it's a goal kick to Brighton. Good press in there by Trossard. Throw into Brighton. It's what we need to do. Build our way into the game. We're 1-0 up. We've got to get that second goal and relieve the pressure. Timber is a beast, people. Honestly. That was a great ball from Trossard. Just find your way into the game. Don't try too hard. Brighton on the ball. Good tackle, Gabriel Magalhaes. Trossard. Wins a throw in left-hand side. Gabby the Bone Crusher. Yeah, literally. Literally mashing up bones. You know, Marino's shoulder. Timber is proper, man. Timber is proper. Yeah, better from Trossard. Definitely better. Long throw there. Here's Havertz. Good touch. Rice. What you got, Deckers? He loses it and gives away a free kick. It's poor, man. You don't need to do that. Third party fire. You know, people. Well, he kicks the ball at Rice there. Rice, there's nothing wrong with him, but he's on the floor. What's going to go on here? What's going on here? It's all kicking off. Rice is on the floor. I don't think there's much wrong with him, but will the ref do anything? Bench still needs Jesus, Sterling, Marino, Tommy, maybe Tierney. That would make me feel better. Yeah, exactly. I think the referee will just say, take the free kick again here. Declan Rice has been sent off. He's sent Declan Rice off. Oh, my days. He's going to miss Tottenham away. Oh, my days. Oh, you're joking. That is absolutely devastating. Not only have we potentially just ruined this game. Oh, no. We just spoke about it. Deckers, what you doing? What did he do? He's blocked the free... Oh, no. Oh, no, ref. You don't need to book him for that, surely. He's tapped the ball away, man. That's not enough for a yellow. You don't need to do that. I mean, he's kicked the ball 1 yard away. The players actually kicked him up. That's a disgraceful decision. You don't book him for that. It's not like he's booted the ball away. I'm sorry, you don't. Nah. You're a shambles, ref. I don't... what do you guys think? By the letter of the law, I mean, some of you are saying clear second yellow. Surely you use common sense there. He hasn't kicked the ball 10 yards away. He's kicked the ball a yard away. He's just tapped it a yard away. You see players do that all the time. Free kick given, they've got the ball, they roll it a little bit, they tap it. Some of you are saying yellow every day. I can't believe it. I don't know what to say. I suppose by the letter of the law, Declan Rice is an idiot. Don't kick the ball. But I just feel the ref could have used common sense and said, you've been a bit silly. You kicked the ball away a yard. The guy caught you off the ball trying to kick you. Ruin the game. I suppose ultimately, and I always say this, you've got to take responsibility yourself. He didn't need to kick the ball away. But he kicks the ball about a yard away. I don't think you need to book him. But here come Brighton, whipped in, headed away. I can't believe it. We've now got 40 minutes with 10 men. I mean, ridiculous. I always say in life, though, you have to look at yourself and say, what could you have done better? I think the referee should have used common sense, but Declan Rice, by the letter of the law, kicks the ball away. The referee could say it is a yellow. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Can we score with 10 men? Rice suspended for the North London derby. Absolutely shocking. I'm fuming. Jorginho and Partey in the derby. I don't like that. I do not like that midfield. There's no energy in that midfield. Players like Maddison. Oh dear. Mitoma up against Ben White. We needed a second goal. Now we're not going to... Oh, he's cooked him. He's absolutely roasted him. Edge of the box. Chops Trossard. Great block. Oh my day. Shot blocked again. They're going to be all over us. Ruined this game. Ruined it. Absolutely ruined it. 1-0 up, looking like we're going to get the second. Now we've mashed it all up. What a ridiculous yellow card to get. They're all over us. Here they are again. Matoma lays it off, tries to lob the goalkeeper. All the enjoyment has gone out of this game. We're just going to have to hang on now for 38 minutes. Let me get a poll up. I want to know what you guys think. Is that a second yellow? I mean, in theory, letter of the law, he kicks the ball away, which they class as a yellow card. However, he kicks the ball away about a yard. And the guy kicks him. By the letter of the law, I suppose they can justify it as a second yellow. Should common sense have prevailed? Was that a second yellow for Declan Rice? I want to know your opinion. The more I think about it, I don't know. No, he taps it. Oh, come on. I just think common sense should have prevailed there. The ref should have said, he's tapped it away about a yard. Look at Danny Welbeck nodding his head as well. You mug. Here's Matoma. Ruined the game. Just please get us out of here with a scrappy 1-0. This is really going to bring the mood down if we don't win this game. And we've got Tottenham away now with no Rice. Rice has had an awful start to this season. Really immature performances from him. You're just being petulant at the same time. I am defending you because I think the ref could have used common sense. But at the same time, why are you even doing that? Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't even need to give... Coaches always used to say to me, don't give the referee a decision to make. Especially if he's a bad ref. Don't allow him to have to make a decision. You gave him that option. Just to put it into context, right? Declan Rice got 5 yellow cards in 38 games last season, which is good. He's had 2 yellows and a red now in 3 games. Something's not right. He's become a loose cannon at the start of the season. I'm so annoyed. MP said, I'll change parties, losing too many balls. Can cost us. Jorginho in, what do you think? Yeah, why not? We can't afford him to get sent off. Trossard out, Jorginho in. Need to control the middle, said MP. Go said, courtesy blocked the ball. He knew he was on a second yellow. Rice should have common sense. The thing that's done Rice is the player's going to take the quick free kick. And when you kick the ball away when he's going to take the free kick, it looks like you've impeded him. So I'll be honest, I think Rice has been stupid. I'm finding it more and more difficult to defend Rice. But I don't know. A Brighton player did the same thing first half. Arteta was fuming he was not booked. The ref was being poor. Well, if that happened first half, I didn't even notice it. Well, that's where the complaint can come from. Is Nwaneri now time with Rice and Marino out? I have faith in the kid. I think he's more of an attacking midfielder than a centre mid. The ball was not still when Rice touched it, said Fabricator. Brian said it's a second yellow by the letter of the law, but I want to see the players play. The ref's too involved. Jorge said João Pedro kicked the ball first half, yellow. And I didn't see that, so fair play. I'll try and look back at that. Stephen said Big C, same guy that kicked Rice, elbowed Saka. Okay, fair point. Vincent, they showed an angle with Mikel's reaction. He knew he was in trouble straight away. It's poor from Deckers. But yeah, the double standards if it happened at the other end. 100%. Calafiori's coming on. Where's Pedro's yellow for booting it earlier? Yeah, fair enough. Calafiori about to come on. Surprised he's bringing a defender on. I reckon we're going to see what you guys were saying. Maybe he puts Timber in midfield and takes off Trossard. Because Timber's almost playing in midfield. Double standards. I'm looking at the reaction online. A lot of people having a go at the ref. Oh, here's a chance for Brighton. Great save, Raya. And Brighton have equalised. João Pedro. We're a mess. We're an absolute mess. We've gone to pot. I'm not even confident we're going to draw this game. Oh, dear. We've crumbled. We've absolutely crumbled. This is where it all unravels, people. One game, one yellow card, one red. You drop points at home, international break. It's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. Who's marking? Who's marking? How has that ball split us? Who's marking him? No one. Look at that ball. Gabriel. Oh, mate. It's absolutely shocking. We are crumbling now. This game's done. I don't even want to watch this, to be honest. Shambles. Absolute shambles. One game banned on it, but look at the damage it could do. Points dropped at home, going to Tottenham with a weaker midfield. Ah, dear. João Pedro, good player. Look at the state of us now, kicking the ball out. Dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear, people. Partey not following the runner, Gabriel poor. 1:14. I'm now only watching your stream. No longer watching. I don't know about Partey. There's not a lot of a recovery run. I want to see the replay again. The two centre-backs look suspect to me as well, but maybe I'm being harsh. How they play a ball from 30 yards through the middle of our two centre-backs like that, I will never know. Next time it goes out of play, I want to watch that again. Calafiori came on for Trossard. Trossard has not had a great game. I don't know what system we're playing now, but Timber's gone into midfield. We've been a shambles since Rice got a second yellow. Partey not following his runner. Partey looks washed up to me, I'm being honest. I think he started the season poor. He can't move. You need energy. He looks like Casemiro looked last season. It could get worse. Oh, what a block. We're scrambling. It's up in the air. João Pedro. Oh, my days. Their players got in each other's way. It's a goal kick. This is going to be a horrible half an hour of football. We should have been going 2-0 up. We were dominating. Now we're crumbling. I don't understand why we're so wide open. How is one player, how is he running between two centre-backs like that? Gabriel can't challenge. Look at Partey. Go and get goal side of him and cover him. You can see them two are battling for the ball. You're ball watching. He's not even running. Look, he's standing still. He's tapping it in. You're doing nothing. The defending from the two centre-backs on the ball is terrible. And Thomas Partey is like the Statue of Liberty, just standing there watching it. No reaction. Doesn't smell the danger. And Pedro taps it in. It's a shambles. Absolute shambles. The two centre-backs are too far apart. The ball splits them both. Gabriel can't challenge him. He's going to foul him. It's terrible defending. It's avoidable. It's not even amazing football. The two centre-backs are too far apart, and then Partey's just jogging back. He's got no idea that Pedro's unmarked. It's dreadful. Declan Rice should have been a 6 in this team. Partey's playing awful. Look, we can't even attack. We can't get forward. Shambles of a goal. Absolute shambolic defending, that is. It doesn't matter if you got 10 men. It's not no world-class football that split us apart. We look like we're going to lose this game. I'm going to be honest. We look all over the place. We can't even get forward. From the pass. Throw into Brighton. %72% possession for Brighton. Sterling might want to go back to Chelsea looking at this. It's amazing what a red card can do to a game. We were going to win this game. And now we might lose this game. Brighton are confident. Zamir said corrupt referee. Partey needs to go. His legs are gone, says Lamar. MP said Partey's not in the game. Mitoma's ruined him again. Oh my days, what a clearance. Mitoma has roasted Ben White in this game. Look at the shift and the change in pace. It's too quick. He's done him. He's in front of him already. Boy, this is Mitoma of 2 years ago when he was balling out. I'll be honest now. You lot always used to say, would you take a draw? I would take a draw today. We don't even look like we're going to have a shot on goal. This is crazy. Mitoma is dangerous. A lot of people are blaming the ref online. Here's Partey. Finds Calafiori. First time I've really seen him play for Arsenal properly. Can we create anything with 10 men? The FA and PGMOL hate Arsenal, said Ambient Guitar. Here's Havertz. If we ever win this game, I will go, oh, you've just ran into him. Use your intelligence there. Don't foul. Don't. Oh, have we not won the ball there? Ref says play on. That actually did look like a foul. Come on. Saliba. Odegaard, be strong. Maybe the wrong thing to say to Odegaard. React. It's not a bad ball. You should be attacking Odegaard, bro. You need to do more than telling the fans to make noise. Get on the ball and show us why you're the captain. This team needs to step up. I actually don't want to get into the referee thing too much at the moment. We'll have that conversation after the game. I've seen teams beat teams with 10 men before. If you move the ball well enough and you take your chance when you get it and you're willing to get people forward and work hard, you can still get something. The problem that we've got now is that our team is going to tile as the game goes on. Do we have players on the bench that can come on and make an impact? Probably. Like, what is going on with this guy? Yeah, but again, you're taking too long on the ball, Partey. Havertz needs to really perform now and hold the ball up. Saka, that's a foul, man. Oh, my days. He doesn't give a foul. And he gives a foul to them. Oh. You were right. People said in the first half, this ref hates us. It looks like he does, but Ben White, you are not getting close enough to him. Good tackle. This is the problem here, look. When we get the ball back, go on, it's Lewis Dunk. I thought he could run him. When we get here, have we got a way out? That's brilliant. We're in. Calafiori. Oh, the goal! There's your opportunity. Calafiori would have been one-on-one. Odegaard's pass gets blocked. I told you. You can still open teams up. How Odegaard is the player you would have wanted to pick that pass. What a chance. Calafiori would have been one-on-one. Oh, dear. Lewis Dunk finds Mitoma. Every time he gets the ball, it's a horror show. I can't believe Odegaard didn't pick that ball. Good clearance. Gives a foul against Welbeck. Free kick to Arsenal. We got to slow the game down now. Slow the game down. Let the time tick. And when you get chances, you've got to pick out the pass. They've got to find a way of winning this game. Honestly. People might think 10 men, Brighton, good team, you can't win. You can win. You've got to hit them on the break, take your chance, and then defend and hang on and bring subs on when the players get tired. That's your best option. And you've got to defend really well. I can't believe Odegaard didn't find that pass. I would take Thomas Partey off. He's on a yellow card. He's getting caught on the ball. Bring Jorginho on. At least he isn't on a yellow. Here's Mitoma. They've got to find something. You've got to dig deep. You definitely can't lose. Not when you've got Tottenham and Man City next 2 games. You just can't. 23 minutes to go. Here come Brighton. Fulham scored while down to 10 men against us. Exactly. We drew with Fulham with 10 men. So we're a better team than them. I don't know how Brighton has 0 players on a yellow. I know. Oh, Mitoma, what a ball. Cleared by Calafiori. Mitoma's been the best player on the pitch. There, he doesn't even run past him. He just whips it in with the outside of his foot. He's having a stormer. This is Mitoma 2 years ago. Last year, he was pretty bad. The year before, he was outstanding. Corner to Brighton. We've got to defend well. You've got to bring Martinelli on because you need to hit them on the break. Ben White, don't be stupid here. It's dark arts if you get away with it. It's not if you give away a penalty. Sherv said, I've always said it, Curtis. Arsenal has as away fans too close to the pitch. Musa says, bring on Martinelli. Definitely a red that Ishan's to caught up with us. As a right back, I don't think Ben White is as good as Dallo, said Jay. Corner, whipped in, collected by David Raya. The fans in the stadium say positive. They have to. Here we go. Come on, Saka. He's got no support, though. He's got 0 support. Get up. Get up. Don't feel sorry for yourself. It's not a foul. Get on with it. You definitely have to bring Martinelli on. You need a pacey outlet. That's a foul. Stupid challenge that. He's going to book him. He can't wait to book him. When it's our players, the cards come out like Christmas. Doesn't book none of their players. Ah, dear. Free kick to Brighton. Timber on a yellow now. Everyone's booked. Timber's booked. Partey's booked. Rice sent off. Crazy. We're going to have to make changes because this ref looks like he's ready to send another player off. So we can't afford 2 centre mids on a yellow. Yeah, Timber didn't need to dive in there. Somebody's down injured for Brighton. 20 minutes to go. We haven't made a sub yet. Just looking at the bench here. Oh, no, we have. Calafiori's come on, but I think Martinelli's got to come on. Maybe Jorginho as well. Or, yeah, they're the ones that I would see coming on. I can tell you now, online, everyone's going for the ref. Everyone's just saying the ref. Ref. Ref's a disgrace. Ref's a cheat. Yeah, it's a sole referee. Odegaard, man. I'm just seeing the replay. How does he not find that pass? There's a break in play here, people. I'm not even sure if Arsenal can appeal for that yellow. I think when it's 2 yellows, you can't appeal. Raheem Sterling. I wish he was on the pitch for us now, man. We need some pace. His debut for Arsenal will be Tottenham away, which is a tough game. Oh, yeah, that poll. Let me end that poll. Big up for reminding me. What did I actually say? Did you think it was a second yellow? Danny, no, Minter comes up. Minter, that's it. Minter comes off. Rutter comes on. They just paid 40 million for him. Let's end the poll. Who's that? Estepinian. He's a good player, you know. Comes on for Veltman. 60% think it wasn't a yellow card. 40% think it was. They're bringing on decent players, man. The refs think they are the stars that people want to come and watch. You're right, Lee. Only in the Premier League this happens, you know. The refs make it all about them. Come and watch me play. Keep your mouth shut and do your job properly. That's all they need to do. Big up at 5,000 of you locked in. Ball whipped in, flicked on, goes over the bar. Make sure you hit the like button, people. And subscribe. We've just gone past 81k. Let's get towards that 100k. Goal kick to Arsenal. 18 minutes to go. Martinelli for Odegaard. I always think, I mean, listen, he might be injured. Well, I always think it's worrying where your team is in a difficult situation and you're taking your captain off. This guy, some people say Odegaard's our best player. And I might be reading too much into this. Maybe he's injured from that kick and he's just giving him a rest. But does it not say, if you're in difficulty and your captain's there and one of the best ball players, and you're saying get him off, I don't know. Am I reading too much into that? I'm meant to look at Odegaard under these circumstances and say, drag us out of this mess. Play the pass that gets us the goal. But he hasn't been great today. His passing's been off. Maybe he's carrying the knock from the first half. But that pass, he should have found it. Martinelli's on for Odegaard. Brio said the game is all about the ref. He deserves the highlights. And Richard said if that was Xhaka who did what Rice did, he'd be getting slaughtered. And do you know what? There's an element of truth in that. There's an element of truth in that. Maybe Rice has more credit because of what he did last season. Ball over the top. Saliba, good strength. Don't give away a free kick. Gabriel clears it. It's Havertz. What a touch. Kai Havertz is in. Kai Havertz is in. Oh my God. Saka finish. Finish, Saka. Havertz. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? That is everything that is wrong with him. Look at the first touch. Look at the touch. Look at the pace. Finish. Chip him. Oh, and Saka hit the damn ball. How has he missed? What's he done there? He's tackled himself. Chip him. He's on the floor. Lift it over him. That is everything about Kai Havertz. The first bit is magic. The second bit is Sunday League level. He tackled himself. Oh my, we could have won the game. Oh my days. Oh my days, I can't believe it. I'm in pain. That's I'm so gutted about that. I thought he was going to chip him. Keeper's come running out. I'm so devastated he's just done that, honestly. And then Saka with some soft little flimsy shot. And then Havertz tackles himself. He literally fell over the ball with Brighton shot. Oh no! Oh, he's hit it straight at him. He should have scored. What a save, Raya. Go on, Martinelli, run him. Oh.
Oh, my days.
Oh. Havertz, bro. What a touch. Burst of pace. The finish isn't great. It's too easy. Imagine if he scored that. I would have screamed the house down. I thought he was going to score, you know. I actually thought he's going to chip the goalkeeper. Oh, my days. It's unlucky, but because of the circumstances, I told you we can get the chance on the break. Keep going. No done, Martinelli. Party. Come on, Havertz. Run him. Saka's in. Give him! Give him! Saka! Yeah! Oh, Saka! What am I seeing? Oh, my days. You've got to score. What a ball, Havertz. It's perfect. Slide that in. Oh. Saka, what a chance. What a ball. Great save by Raya at the other end. I can't believe the 2 chances we've just missed. I can't believe it. I cannot believe what I'm watching. I can't believe it. This is crazy. Yo, Cruz screaming down the house as well. Oh my days. What a ball in from Havertz. Saka is stretching. You've got to... Oh, I can't believe it. Now Timber's injured. It's near his knee as well. Remember, he's out of a knee injury. Oh, this game is absolutely... I told you, making content as an Arsenal fan is just insane because it's like watching EastEnders. It's just constant drama. Zinchenko's coming on for Timber in midfield. Finally, he's putting him in midfield. We have just had 2 unbelievable chances. Timber injury doesn't look good, by the way. Havertz brings the ball out of the air on the turn, outpaces the defender, one-on-one with the keeper, tries to side foot it across him. There's not enough power. You've got to either smash that past him or you've got to chip him. Keeper saves it with his foot. The rebound comes to Saka, some soft little side foot. Comes back to Havertz. He then trips over the ball. Oh. And then with 2 against 2, Havertz rolls it across the box. Saka's stretching. Doesn't get enough power in the shot. Hits it straight at the keeper. And then at the other end, Brighton nearly scored. Raya saved it. Rebound came out. Half the goal was empty. The guy should have gone near post. He went far post and Raya saved it. What a second half. What a second half. We would have won this game with 11 on the pitch. In the midst of all the madness, what a save from David Raya. Could have been game over. Jay Black says, get Depay on a free. I'm not sure he's the answer, man. Zinchenko's on for Timber. A said, looks like the Chelsea v Spurs game last year. I mean, Timber's not limping much, so hopefully it's nothing serious. Platt said, if Declan Rice is yellow, Pedro done the same thing. The ref allowed it. These refs are something else. Yeah, you're right. That's the one thing I can say. Big up Broads in the chat. Someone just said Broads is in the chat. Big him up. 5,500 of you locked in. This is epic games, people. 10 minutes to go. Plus time added on. Yeah, listen. No, I agree. If the ref didn't book Pedro for it, then you can't book Rice for it. You can't pick and choose when to stick to the rule book. Go on, put him under pressure. Press him. Press him! Oh, the team are really going to have to dig deep now. Big up Broads, bro. 10 minutes to go. At least we've made a few changes. We'll have a little bit of energy. Martinelli's on. Calafiore's on. Who else came on? Zinchenko. Damn. I don't know what to make of this. Would I take a draw? Wouldn't be terrible, but I still feel like we've got to find a winner. Is Rabiot still available on a free? That's not a bad shout, you know. Outside of the window, Mitoma gets goal side. Great tackle. Ben White, he needed to win that. That could have been a penalty. He needed to get the Rabiot as a free agent. Honestly, Rabiot, I would take him on a short-term deal. Like maybe for a year. We're short in midfield. I mean, we're missing Rice for 1 game. Imagine if Rice was out for like 6 weeks. Our midfield's not good enough. I don't really like Rabiot though, but... Corner to Brighton. That should be a goal kick. What? No, another corner. Well, at least he can move a bit. Broad said he's going to West Ham City today. So many players on show. Hey, that's going to be a great game. We need a favour from West Ham today. That is for sure. Corner to Brighton. 9 minutes to negotiate. Estepinian whips it in. It's a free header. Goes wide. I think the 2 players have headbutted each other for Brighton. One of them's up. The other one isn't. Kyle said I'd get Rabiot on a free. Yamal humbled Rabiot. Yeah, when he chopped inside and just whipped it in the top bins, it was... But Yamal's a special player, man. Oof. Headbutted each other there. Highbury's local badger. Big up, Big C. I think I will take a break from football. He said, I cannot recognise my football club anymore, and I can't recognise the fan base. I am from a different period, bruv. Oh, man. It's sad when people feel like that. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Rabiot. I don't like him. I think he's... I don't know, but we're at desperate times. I'd probably take him on a free for a year. Cliffo said, congratulations to City for winning the league. Listen, I hear you, but we just got to hope. Can we nick something out of this and West Ham put up a performance? New Music said, I feel like this as well. Osimhen should go on a free, but they're not going to allow that. Rabiot is not an upgrade. 7 minutes to go plus time added on. There'll probably be quite a lot of time added on due to the red card. There's been a number of substitutions. That's better from Partey. Wins a free kick on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Jake said he woke up at 6 a.m. to watch this game. Honestly, the time difference, I really respect fans around the world that get up at crazy times to watch their team play, man, because, boy, some of the performances you watch sometimes, you must think, I wish I'd stayed in bed. What I will say, the second half's been exciting, but not for the right reasons. R&R said, Curtis, these are the kind of games we look back on at the end of the season and say they cost us. You're right. You are right. That's a good flick on by Martinelli. Saka, lift your head, lift your head. There's movement. No, it's a bad pass. You got two players in the area, bro. You've put it straight in the keeper's hands. They're chances in games like this. Damn. Honestly, I'm really worried about what would happen if we lost this game. It would damage us psychologically so much this early in the season. What a ball that is, Matoma. Oh, he overhits it. Puts it out for a goal kick. Highbury Day said, the annoying part is we should be winning this with a striker. We would be. Adingra and Enciso, is it? Enciso, that's it. Coming on double check. I'm shocked that those two don't start, by the way. Finally, Mitoma comes off. What a player he is, by the way. Last season, I thought, he don't look very good. Boy, he's given Ben White all sorts of problems. Danny Welbeck's off as well. Patrick said, I hope we get a draw. We're sitting too deep. It tends to happen, don't it, when you got 10 men? Naturally, the defence feels safer on the edge of their box without the space. And Ciso is a baller. Yeah, remember that goal against Man City? 30 yards, top bins. Ben White, deal with that. Why are you letting it bounce? Brighton have the ball. They got bodies forward here. Ben White, what are you doing? Just win the ball. Trying to do up dark arts too much and blast it off him. Partey clips it forward. We got no one up there. Who are you passing to? Will we actually get another chance? HR said, we don't learn season after season. Need a big squad to win the Premier League. Gabriel is rash. Also need a backup centre-back, bro. We got loads. They could easily drop him if they wanted to. You could play Calafiori, Timber, whoever. Ball kicked long. Havertz, he wasn't even looking at the ball. It hits him. Dunk goes back to the keeper. My only concern now is, are we going to create another big chance in this game? I really hope that Havertz and Saka chance were not the two chances. Khalid said we're in the top 4 race now. Oh. GJB said, I still want the win, just need to take our chances and we can do this. All we have is centre-backs. Brighton in possession. They're dominating the ball, as you can imagine. This would be a terrible result, even if there is a red card. His points dropped 3 games in. Saka, he's got no support. Just try and win something. He's done well. He's running nowhere. He's got no support. You can't do anything. The team are tiring. I'm worried. 4 minutes to go plus time added on. And Ciso, he's got options. Pedro, good turn. We can't get out. We're camped in. Ball over the top. Calafiori flicks it on. Shot over the bar. We get a goal kick. Poor finish by Jorginho Rutter. They paid 40 million for him. That was terrible technique. Take your time. Terrible shot. Sliced it. Top four is like a trophy. Well, that's what Wenger famously said. We need to get away from that mindset. I'm shocked that Partey has played 90 minutes, by the way. Just amazes me that Brighton is dominating in our backyard. As soon as we went down to 10 men, we were going to get dominated. But they did have more possession first half. First ever red card for Declan Rice in his professional career. What a way to get it. Not like you genuinely went for the ball and mistimed it and got sent off. It's a pathetic yellow card to get. Here come Brighton. Good tackle. Great. Oh, Partey, you win the ball, then give it away, man. It's so poor. You've done the first bit so well, and it's a simple pass. Here come Brighton. Good tackle. Saliba. Shot. It's blocked. He's on the floor. Shot again goes over. Dear, oh dear. Only one team looks like winning it. Gabriel's been winded. They've got to dig deep and at least get a point. With Tottenham away next and Man City away, this is a bad result. It's a great block by Gabriel, man. He took that straight in the stomach. He was getting up as well to even block the next one, to be fair to him. This just feels like a really, remember at the start of last season, we drew with Fulham at home. We were like, damn, how did we draw that? I mean, this one's more understandable because the red card is the reason, but this is not good. And listen, I'm kind of caught in between the two. Why we can blame the ref is the referee can't allow Pedro to get away with the same thing that you've booked Declan Rice for. That's double standards. You're cheating actually. But Declan Rice has got to hold his hands up and say, I made a mistake. And it was a stupid mistake. And you didn't need to do it. King Goma, everyone quick to blame Havertz. Saka's miss is criminal. White Glove said, big surprise, no one can score from golden chances. And Brio said Martinelli shouldn't drop back at all. I would leave Martinelli at the top of the pitch and just try and get in behind. Look, he's kept the ball on there. Havertz, why are you stopping instead of chasing the ball? He won the flick on. All right, we're about to come to the edge of 90 minutes. How long will be added on? It's got to be 7 minutes, I would say, at least. 6 minutes. It's a long time. It's a long time. Here come Brighton and Ciso. 30 yards out. He whips into the back post. Rayo, you get there. Are we going to just run down the clock and get a draw? Or are they willing to go for it? It doesn't look like we're in a rush to go for it. Joseph said, anyone blaming Rice and not the ref is stupid. It's both. It's both. He still made a decision to kick a ball away. Like, the ref should have booked Pedro in the first half as well. He could have maybe used common sense and said, you know what, it's a red card, so I'm not going to do it. But Rice has to take some responsibility for it. Calafiori does well there. Finds Zinchenko. That's not a bad ball. Is he going to give us a free kick? Zinni, that's not a good pass, man. Keep it out of the penalty area and let Martinelli chase after it. Raya's had a fantastic game again. When you look at them saves he's made, you're spot on. I'm worried about this. Here come Brighton, 25 yards out on his left foot. It rebounds back to him, Raya. Raya does really well. Oh my days, man. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. A second later there, and that's a penalty. Really good play by David Raya. The club, oh bro. David Raya, man of the match, yeah, you're probably right. This is disappointing though, man. Come on. Don't give a... Oh, we've lost the ball. We can't... Oh, why are you fouling him, Martinelli? We just give away stupid free kicks. You're never going to do... Brio said, haven't had a good performance in 3 games, man of the match, Rail. It's crazy, isn't it? Because Villa, I thought Raya was man of the match. Oh no. Here's Estupinian. Gets to the byline. It's blocked. It's a corner. I can't wait for this game to finish. I cannot wait for this game to finish. Early setbacks make the team stronger. Don't lose. Well, let's see. Corner to Brighton. It's high. Can Raya get there? He punches it. Well done. Right, come on. Here we go. Could we... Bakayo, I'm sorry, mate. I don't care what you are doing. That is absolutely shocking. Shocking. It's a simple 10-yard pass. How's he overhitting that ball? We're on the break. Martinelli's running. Saka can't play a simple pass. And Ciso whips it in. Free header. Oh my days, it's a corner. What on earth is going on? I need this game to finish. This game is... Look at Zinni. You weren't aware of the danger. 6 yards out. If Rutter hits that properly, it's in. What a terrible shot that is. Goes over Estupinian. It's a goal kick. Saka, simple 10-yard ball, bro. How on earth do you misplace that? Dear, oh dear, man. João Pedro, man of the match. What is Saka doing today? Can't play a simple 10-yard pass. Goal kick. David Raya gets booked now for time wasting. Referee has brown envelopes written all over it, said Samuel. I'm trying to think how this draw will be looked at. For me, it's pure disappointment. I don't care if we've had a red card. I don't care. We had 2 of the 3 best chances of this second half. They had the one that Raya saved, and we had the 2. We should have scored. We should be winning this game. Despite the referee, despite the 10 men, despite all of it, we should be winning this game. It's poor. It's poor. That's the difference. Come on. Come on, Bakayo. Lift your head. He's been absolutely shocking second half. You've been horrific, Bakayo. You can't even play a simple pass. You're dribbling it into people. Martinelli again is making a run. He's been shot. He should have dragged him. And this is where you need Sterling or someone off the bench. Oh, Partey, you, mate. He could get sent off. He's been booked already. He could send him off. He's let him off. What? What's he done? Who's he booked? He's booked their player for moaning. Honestly, man, this midfield is all over the place. Declan Rice has turned to Declan Couscous. And Thomas Partey looks like he became a granddad over the summer. He can't move. He needs a cup of Horlicks and some slippers. He can't run. This midfield's getting roasted. Saka, man, what on earth is going... I can't even speak. I can't even get my words out. Free kick, 20 seconds to go. If they score, this stream gets locked off. Estupinian wicks in. It's flicked on. They're appealing for a penalty. Oh, my days. They're appealing for handball. There's going to be a VAR check with 10 seconds to go. If they give a penalty for this, just please tell me this doesn't hit someone's hand. Blow the whistle and end the game. What's happened? He's blown for full time. We've survived. No penalty. Rubbish. Rubbish. I don't care about the 10 men. I don't care about none of that. Rubbish. You don't win titles with performances like that. We can blame the ref, and we will blame the ref. The ref's double standards are a disgrace. He needs looking into. But look at some of the individual performances today, people. Ben White has been roasted today like a Sunday dinner by Mitoma. Thomas Partey, again, just not up to the speed. Saka, second half, was dreadful. First half looked decent. Second half, awful. Can't even play a simple pass. Havertz, magic touch, but he's got to score. I'm fuming with that result. I'm not. And again, some of you might think, listen, down to 10 men, you've held on and got a draw against Brighton. I'm fuming with that. We've dropped points. Timber's got injured and Rice is suspended for the North London derby. That feels like a defeat to me. Look at Brighton. They're high-fiving, clapping the fans. They're happy with a draw. They've beat Man United and drawn with Arsenal at the Emirates. Poor, man. Poor. The referee just sums up English football. It's an absolute shambles, but that result is a disgrace. So let's look through the team. Let's look through the team today. Havertz, good goal. Should have scored the second one, 1-on-1. Trossard, not good enough. Back to square one. Put him on the bench. I said it at the start of the game. I said the harsh reality is, people, Raheem Sterling will end up left wing in this team, starting. Because Trossard is not a starting player. He doesn't do it when he starts. And Martinelli's been out of form. Saka, first half decent. Second half, he was abysmal. He was abysmal second half. Odegaard, non-existent. He might be injured, so we'll let him off. But if he wasn't, he was poor. Rice, I mean, listen, for me, he hasn't had one good game since he came back. He's been poor in all 3 games, in my opinion. This new role left centre mid, he can't play it. He's out of his depth. He doesn't understand it. You play him 6, but you can't until Marino comes back, unless you play maybe Zinchenko in the 8 role or something. Partey, I'm sorry, he's not the same player anymore. I don't know what people are seeing, but Thomas Partey is not the same player. Trixie said, I've had enough of this club model now. Christian said, feels like a defeat. Day ruined. Brio said, bet on yellows for this ref. Gamble responsibly. Dinershen, Brighton without De Zerbi. City win that with 9 men. MP said, will be an important point earned. Sports Genius, Big C, not only was the ball rolling, the ref never blew his whistle to restart the game. The red card was factually an error that changed the game. Is that true? Honestly, I don't remember. Was the ball still rolling? I can't remember. I will go and watch it back and I'll give you a different opinion once I've seen it. Sometimes it's hard in the watch-along. I can't. I'm so deflated. They didn't, I just don't know. I don't know how the club are going to feel about that game. We've dropped 2 points. I'm not sitting here saying that's a good point because we were down to 10 men. We've dropped 2 points in the 3rd game of the season. It's poor. It's poor. Do I rate this referee? Not one bit. The double standards are absolutely disgraceful from the referee. The one bit of criticism I have for Declan Rice, people, I'm sorry, and I said it before, I always was told by my managers, do not give the referee a decision to make. Do not give him a decision to make. You made a stupid decision. Now, was the ball rolling? Has he blown the whistle? I will look back on that because I don't know. You're right. Let me look online. People saying it was rolling. Let's have a look. Edward. People saying Hahn has a clip. Let's have a look on Hahn's Twitter. Right, ball goes out. Ball's rolling. It was rolling. It was rolling. Let's have a look at it. I'll be careful. I don't want to get no... Let's share the screen. Do you know what? Right, I'm gonna change the playback speed because when you play it at normal speed, you're more likely to get problems. Right, so let's.
ثم الشيء عادي عادي.
So really, the guy didn't even have a right to take the free kick. The ball was moving. Is it not a yellow if you kick a moving ball? I actually don't know those rules. I mean, look at this guy. I mean, did I watch a different game, bro? Junior saying, Curtis, shut up. Partey has been quality today. Were you watching with your eyes closed? I mean, bro, Junior. Do you know what, Junior? Fair play. Do you know what I'd say, Junior, right? Let's have a look on Sky. I'll give you another option. I'll give you a different option. On channel 406, Sky Sports, there's qualifying for Formula 1 today, mate. If I was you, I'd go and watch that. Because I don't know if you understand how football works, mate. If you think Thomas Partey had a good game today, you're watching the wrong sport. You really are, my friend. And I'm being respectful. You genuinely, you need to watch a different sport. Go and watch Formula 1. Go and watch Verstappen and Hamilton. If you think Thomas Partey played well today, I don't know what game you watched. Maybe you watched the highlights of a game from 2 years ago. Because he did not play well today. I tell you that much, mate. He gave the ball away and all sorts. But anyway, let's move on. Let's not get caught up. Sam Bond said, this ref is a disgrace. The club has got to take action. It's completely unacceptable, the red card. Young Gunner, never a red, woke up at 7 a.m. for this crap. Crazy. Jorge, Sterling walks into that left side. I said it. I said it last night. I said it this morning. I tweeted it. Said, you might not want to hear this. Sterling will start left wing for Arsenal. He's better than Martinelli and Trossard. PGMOL are just corrupt. Never a second yellow. Says Ambient. OP said, Premier League is a joke. Refs are absolute trash. They have been for a long time. They need to start employing referees from abroad. We bring in players and managers from abroad. Bring in referees. Because these refs are beyond a joke. Terrible result. Havertz was poor. Rice idiotic. Says 403. Sky Touche. The ball was still rolling 100%. This is foolish refereeing. Time out to Junior. Yeah, man, he got one. David, don't know where to start. Why is Rice playing as an 8? He is a 6 with upside. Why are we still short in midfield? Why are we still short up front? I am vexed. Big up, David. Avinab, I blame Saka and Kai more for today's loss. Jamie, one of the worst reds you'll ever see. RVP levels. Kamal said, why was Pedro not booked for delaying the game? Didn't book him, but booked Rice. And Cole said Havertz was the best forward. 8 out of 10 window, they said. Yeah, good one. Good one. We've dropped 2 points. I'm fuming. Do you know the crazy thing? Do you know the crazy thing about today, people, is despite the shambolic refereeing and despite, I will still say, stupidity of Declan Rice, because I do think there's an element of stupidity attached to what he did. You gave a poor referee a decision to make, and then he made another poor decision. But you gave him one to make. Don't give him anything to make. Despite that, we had 2 of the 3 best chances in the second half and missed them both. Havertz one-on-one with a keeper. Saka unmarked at the back post. And we don't finish our chances. We don't finish our chances. I personally, think you've seen players kick the ball away and get a yellow card. For me, what Declan Rice did, I don't think it warrants a yellow card. He taps the ball away, it's moving. He taps it about a yard and then gets kicked. I think the referee should have come over. Arsenal players are complaining about Rice being kicked. Brighton players are complaining about Rice kicking the ball away. I think he should have come over and just said, come on, lads, it's silly from both of you. It's 1-1. The game's right there. Go and play and finish the game properly. He wanted to make headlines. His face is going to be everywhere. His name's going to be everywhere. But again, we weren't good enough. We should have finished the game off. Alfred said, why our players have issues with falling in the box. Both Saka and Havertz had the chance to fall on that breakaway. Tony would have took the fall. Big up Alfred. And Pratib said, is it just me or has Saka been abysmal today? First 30 minutes, I thought he looked like he was playing well. After that, the second half performance of Saka was absolutely shocking. Forget all the Starboy tax and all of that. He was dreadful in the second half. I don't care who you are, how highly rated you are. That second half performance from Saka was disgracefully bad. Odegaard was non-existent. He might be injured, so that might get him a pass. But not good enough. Not good enough, people. Havertz scored a lovely goal. Ultimately, magic on the turn. You're one-on-one with a keeper, bro. As a striker in a big game at the top level, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Haaland scores that. Haaland bags that, people. That's the difference. Now, I'm not saying you get a Haaland anywhere else in the Premier League. I think Isak scores that. He's got to score that. Unfortunately, in a tight game where you're not getting a lot of chances, you're one-on-one with a goalkeeper, you've got to score, bro. And Saka, I mean, I don't know what he does. He doesn't really... It's like he doesn't make good contact. I don't know. I'm deflated. I'm deflated. Witt said, this is why we needed a striker, but if you mention that, you're negative. Odegaard also had... Bro, Odegaard, 15-yard, 20-yard pass to Calafiori. One defender in his way. Just whip it round him. Calafiori's one-on-one. This guy hits it straight at him. Odegaard was dreadful today. Absolutely awful. You know, he might be injured. So that's the only reason he gets a bit of a bly. But even that, you can't play a 20-yard pass into space. Come on, bro. This makes the window look worse now, don't it? Trixie said, be excited, unbeaten still. I might quit, genuinely scared for my blood pressure. I don't think anyone wants me pointing out problems. Trixie, take it easy, bro. We got a 2-week international break. Honestly, I say this all the time to people, you know. Even if it affects the channel, take a break. Take a break. If I wasn't a content creator for Arsenal, I would take regular breaks from Arsenal. Like, especially outside of the match day, because they've got to be the most stressful football club in England to watch. Because they build you up and then drop you on your head. I just don't understand what we've watched today. I'm confused by the game. Vegas Gunner said the Rice second yellow was a refereeing reaction from the Ben White incident at Villa last week. I feel like we defeated ourselves today. Saka, I don't know. I don't know. I want to see the chances back. They're showing you the bookings now. Right, the first one, Declan Rice, blatant yellow. Cool. Show the Brighton ones as well, though. That's what I want to see. I want to hear what Crouch says. What does he think? Oh, Martin Keown. They're saying here it's because Rice didn't retreat. You don't have to run out the way when they get a free kick. No, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm going to be honest, right? I'm going to be totally honest, right? I'll be honest now. I've watched it there 3 times. The ball's moving. Oh, come on. No, I'm sorry, man. No. No. You don't send players off for that. You don't send players. We'd have red cards every single week. The ball's moving. The guy has actually rolled the ball at Declan Rice. He's rolled it at him. Rice is walking off. He feels the ball at the back of his foot. He sees it. It's moving. He gives it a little tap. The guy swings his... I'm sorry, no. No. That, you can't... Look at João Pedro, look. Free kick. Look, the ball goes out for a throw-in. João Pedro boots it away. Look at the ref. Nah, I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. Look at Arteta. It's a yellow card, mate. He's booted the ball away. Nah, I'll be honest. I've changed my line. I've changed my mind. He's cheating. It's double standard. You can't do that. If you book Pedro Maybe you can argue with Rice and say, well, I don't like it, but at least he's doing the same thing with both teams. You can't do that. If you're strict, be strict to both teams. If you're relaxed, be relaxed with both teams. I'm sorry, it's a disgrace. As Drogba said when Barcelona beat Chelsea that time, it's a disgrace. It's shocking. You can't send players off for that. You'll be doing 2 or 3 red cards every game. This is football, bro. What is this? I don't know if you can appeal 2 yellow cards. Can you appeal 2 yellow cards in the Premier League? An automatic yellow card. No, you cannot appeal a yellow card if the manager... Can 2 yellow cards? VAR is not permitted by protocol. An incident where a second yellow card should be... I'm not so sure. I don't think you can. This isn't clear. This says you cannot appeal a second yellow card. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like you can. I think you can if it's a straight red. No, I've had in... And you know me, people, on this channel, I don't like talking about refs. I don't like talking about refs. Do you know what? I'm glad it's the international break. I don't want to watch football for 2 weeks. Honestly, that game has drained me. I feel flat. I feel like we're already throwing it away. Let me just say something though. Again. All right. I think Man City win that game with 10 men. I do. At home. I think they beat them. If Haaland gets that Havertz chance, he scores. What's the Brighton manager saying? I like how Keown's defending Arsenal. Nah, obviously he's going to defend Brighton. Oh, Mitoma was the best player on the pitch today, bro, along with David Raya. It's kind of worrying that our man of the match again is the goalkeeper. If your man of the match constantly gets man of the match... Sorry, I'm all over the place. If your man of the match if your goalkeeper constantly gets man of the match, something's wrong with your team. Something's wrong. I don't like the way we've started the season. Even with the red card, Havertz and Saka cost you, and that's the reality. Sometimes you've got to look at what you can affect. The referee, Paul, shouldn't have sent him off. However, 2 magnificent chances, didn't score any of them. That defending for that first goal is an absolute disgrace. Keown's looking at it now. How we get pulled apart like this, I will never know. Look, Saliba, go with him. Who you pointing to? See, Saliba wanted Ben White to mark him. Gabriel's too far away. And Partey, mate, you might as well have a nap on the pitch. You ain't tracked no one. The defending for that first goal is absolutely disgraceful. Honestly. Doesn't matter if you got 10 men. It's a shocking bit of defending. Damage control, they take care of their own. Yep, refs. LV, this is why some older fans despise refs in this league. We've seen it all from RVP red, Martinelli double yellow. Now today, some different today, same story, different game. Vegas Gunner, we struggled to score without corners and set piece goals. That's a good point. Should have subbed on Perez. MJ, relax, man. Sparse transfer window was a letdown. I'm deflated for the season. Don't really want to watch regularly. I don't blame you, bro. Does Gyökeres miss these chances? Honestly, no, says Trixie. And Big said, Big C how the Ross have been needing an 8 right wing and striker for 3 seasons. Havertz limp kicking has been the biggest block on this team. We missed a 1-on-1, bro, at 1-1. You go 2-1 up, you probably win the game. Boy. I am deflated with that result. Genuinely deflated. I don't want to watch football. this weekend. I don't want to watch the City game. I don't want to watch the Man U Liverpool game. I don't want to watch football. I feel like I want the two. I need that Dubai trip that Arsenal had. Crazy. We can't even appeal it. We can't even appeal it. I haven't eaten lunch yet, and after that, I'm not even hungry, said Tactics. Chris said Trossard shouldn't start the North London. No chance. No chance. Today was not good. Timber comes off injured as well. Hopefully that's not a bad injury. I said it at the start of this stream. I'm genuinely concerned about Liverpool. Never mind Manchester City in front of us. I'm worried about Liverpool behind us catching us. Let's migrate this to a Real Madrid channel, said Be Kind. Something's got to change. I'm fuming. Week 3, you've got me this annoyed already. 35 league games to go. I genuinely... I feel like this is the most difficult team to support in English football. It's week 3 and I feel like it's week 33. We haven't played well once this season, in my opinion. Wolves, we did just enough. Villa, we stumbled over the finish line. We'd have lost if Watkins could finish. And today, we threw it away. They had more possession than us in the first half. We get a red card, we miss 2 sitters and we draw. And they had a great chance. I don't think we've played well yet, to be honest. Bear in mind you play more Champions League games. We've got a League One team in the EFL Cup, so you'd expect us to get through. We're going to play more football. Some people said yesterday I was overreacting. That transfer window was not good enough, people. That transfer window was not good enough. And we spoke about it. Some people said it was an overreaction. I said at 11:01 p.m. last night, we have an ownership that is not determined enough to win the title. That window has left us short. And games like today, you saw it. We've got injuries and we didn't have suitable options to bring on. All Raheem Sterling was a cover-up. It's like having a cut on your arm and putting a plaster on it, but blood's still seeping out of it. It needed stitches. They just put a plaster over it to keep it from calming down a little bit. Wrapped it up in tissue. It's not enough, man. Big up Solomon, bro. I appreciate that. I'll get the TikTok up. It's not enough. Listen, Havertz, fair play. Great finish. But in a game like that, you've got to score that second chance. You have to score it. You're one-on-one. You're one-on-one. Yo, honestly, South London's finest, you're right. Can people explain the midfield to me at the moment? Like, we're actually... I don't understand what's happening in midfield. Let's go through our midfield. You've got Jorginho, who's way past his best. You've got Thomas Partey, who to me looks way past his best. You've got Declan Rice, who last year was one of the best players in the Premier League. Looks absolutely, I don't know what's wrong with him. You're playing him in a new role that he can't play in. Left 8, come on, bro. Declan Rice, left 8. Do me a favour. Put him back in the 6. He's one of the best in Europe in the 6. You're playing him left 8. He's stinking out the place. Odegaard has not had a good start. He hasn't got 1 assist or goal in the opening 3 games. Got dragged off today when we needed him most. Didn't play a decent through ball when Calafiori was one-on-one. And now, Rice is suspended for the North London derby. So we're going to turn up against Tottenham with Jorginho and Thomas Partey. I mean, you could probably run backwards through that midfield. The midfield needs surgery. We said all summer, you can't let Smith Rowe go and Fabio and not bring an attacking midfielder in. Sign Eze. Sign someone. We didn't buy no one. And Marino's injured for 2 months. Tottenham and Man City next. Wow. Wow. Yellow card can't be appealed, apparently. Why do we change things that don't need fixing? Declan Rice, one of the best sixers in Europe, and we put him left 8. And now we're going, what the hell's going on with this guy? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We're breaking apart our own midfield. People, I'm going to get out of here. Dinner's cooking. To be honest, we've just been cooked and sizzled as well. Havertz, great goal, but then the miss is so big. The red card changes the game. We were clearly going to score again. I'm going to get out of here, people. What a weekend. I just hope Man City beat I hope Man City beat. I hope West Ham beat I'm all over the place. I really am. I'm frazzled right now. Fan cam will be up in the next 20 minutes. Arsenal draw with Brighton. Guess what? That window starts to nibble again, people. Didn't do enough. Game week 3, they got me stressed already. Ridiculous. Thank you very much to everyone tuning in. Get the likes up on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. I need this 2-week international break. I'm turning football off for 2 weeks. Fan cam out shortly. Take care, everyone. Bless.